All I'm asking y'all to do is pull up. Once again, it's the Big Homie Show, the biggest interview show in battle rap. I don't care what none of them niggas is doing outside of this shit. I'm the one that asks the real questions. Let's go. Today is What It Do Wednesday. Hold on, man. We waiting for the people to come in. You heard? Also, too, let me tweet this out. Make sure everybody understand what's going on out here. I got a good interview today. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. Good. Where's the big homie at? Where he at? Here I go. What's up? We in the building, man. We in the building. I got a very special guest. Fucks with him heavy. I'm back on my interview shit, man. All that other shit could subside. If that's what you're here for, that's what you're gonna get. Some fire-ass interviews for some very great, special people that was in the culture, that still is in the culture, doing they 1-2. Slew 15 minutes of fame, heavy bags on Brother Ra, and all that. Now, this man I'm about to bring up to the stage is a legend, without a shadow of a doubt. You can't look at him as anything else. He's been around for a very long time and is still relevant to this day. With that said, I'd like to bring to you my man, my guy, Mr. Marvelous One.
Hey yo, did your corny ass start the show off by saying like, "Was you looking for the big homie?" Oh, here I am. You talking about yourself? Grow up, nigga. Grow up.
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Wonderful? How you doing, sir?
Man, what's going on, big homie? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. Listen, man, you on the Big Homie Show. You need to relax and respect the host that's in the building, who is the Big Homie. That's me, sir. Thank you very much.
What you got in that cup? Metamucil? That's a crushed up Centrum vitamin, nigga. That's your one a day, nigga. What's up, man?
See, this is the reason why niggas don't see you like as a hardcore gangster. You out here making all these damn fucking jokes.
Look, bro, I'm not a gangster, bro. I'm a nerd.
No,
you see the glasses?
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. How you doing, sir?
I'm blessed, man. I'm happy to be here, man. All jokes aside, man. You know I'm a big fan. You know, I support everything you do, bro. So this is an honor for me.
Yo, Marv, I'm gonna tell you straight up off the rip. I love you, Marv.
I love you too, D-Bo.
That's real shit.
I love you too, bro.
That's real shit.
I know a lot of them girls hate you, but you my nigga.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Those are rumors, Marv. Those are rumors. Don't listen to none of that. Don't listen to none of that. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I do a lot for the culture.
I got you.
Is it safe to say you're in Detroit, my brother? Because if you're one of those rappers that left the hometown, I don't want to do this interview no more. If you're in Atlanta somewhere or somewhere in Kansas and shit, I don't want to do this interview. Where you at right now? Where you broadcasting from, sir?
I am broadcasting live from the east side of Detroit, Michigan. I am in the trenches. I am in the trenches. Nigga, my neighbors was fist fighting in the street last night.
Damn. Okay.
Crazy,
Marv, there's a lot of misconceptions about you, a lot of unknown things. We're here to get a lot of things straight. We're here to give you your flowers and also open up the extensive resume that you have, because you're in a slew of leagues doing a lot of things. You're one of those guys that's not tied down to a specific league, if you will. You know, you have a lengthy history that's here before league has even been brought up.
That's very true.
You understand what I'm saying? So you one of those guys, but we gonna talk about it all, and that's what we're gonna do. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all pulling up. Do me a favor. There's a special one. This is my guy Marv One. I need y'all to hit that like button. Y'all know what it is. Wipe y'all feet when y'all step in my house. Hit the like button now. Don't be in here sneaky and shit. Please hit that like button. Thank you very much.
Hey, look. I have two things to say. One, shout out to the upstairs gang. It's always it's completely upstairs.
That's a fact.
We throwing an event on November 12th, man. We Go Hard versus Upstairs. It's gonna be super fire. Shouts to Steamo, everybody over at We Go Hard. Shouts to my man Henny Real. Secondly, I see you got this Cash App thing going across the bottom of your shit. If you get donations, how much of that goes to the guests?
Well, listen, Daylight, none of it goes to the guests. It goes to me. I'm not one of those niggas. I will tell you where that I'll tell you where that damn Cash App going. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put me in a trick bag. That Cash App going. I'm busting my ass and working hard out here, Marv. You know what I'm saying? This league owner thing ain't working out all the way. You know what I'm saying? The league owners are always last to get paid. You understand what I'm saying? Relax yourself, Marv. I'm trying to get $1. You understand? Can I win without you hating on my win? God damn.
Yeah, nigga, but I'm not gonna be out here. I'm not gonna be out here on the court, nigga, helping you get a trophy, nigga, and I don't get a ring, buddy.
You know what, man? After this interview, I'll send you a couple of shillings. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, send me a couple rubles, bro.
Rubles, okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Number one, you need to put some aftershave or some Afro sheen on that damn bed, man. Okay, it's shimmering over here, but it's like a little dusty over there. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? That's crazy, bro. I think it's this light, because these are all grays, but these aren't grays that are like really visible. So it's like they like ghost grays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's possible though.
Okay, Marv, relax. Put your gangster face on, man, so we get this hardcore interview. You feel what I'm saying? There you go. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's start it off the rip.
Go.
Those glasses has been a Marv One trademark for so long. It's hard to people to imagine you without them. Are those just for eyewear, or those are actually prescription glasses? Like, what's going on with this? How did you pick them? How did you just say to yourself? Because there's a whole gang of glasses that you can wear. You can wear the Malcolm X joints. You can wear the Dwayne Wade. You know what I'm saying? You got some cool-ass heavy D joints. What made you been like, oh, you know what I'm saying? These are the ones for me for the Marv One look.
Well, the first thing is that my astigmatism made me get these glasses, nigga. My vision is horrible. Nigga, I can't see my dreams if I don't got my glasses on.
Oh, damn.
So the next thing is because I have a fat face, so I couldn't wear like small frames. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get a bigger frame, and then lastly, it's price. Like, it's like these are really cheap glasses, bro. Like these are very affordable. I don't want to say cheap. These are very affordable glasses, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just about the person, bro. Like, I can make these $50 glasses look like they $5,000. So, you know, but no, I'm blind as a bat, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like, it is not for the look. Trust me.
Okay. Well, you know, to keep it 100, not saying you got like a plain face and shit like that, but you know, everybody got to have when you're in the business of entertainment, everybody got to have a standout feature towards them and shit. And those glasses and your beard, you know what I'm saying, makes you stand. Like, we all know once you're walking up from afar, that's Marv One. We know that's Marv. That's Marv. Or somebody can have a Marv look and be like, it's the Marv One look. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I used to get a lot of shit. Like, you know, I was trying to look like Rick Ross or some shit. But then it was just like, I just realized all those people were racist, because like not all fat black guys look alike. You know what I'm saying? So I would call them on their racism. Like, oh, you were racist. I didn't realize you were a fucking racist. And then that was the end of it.
Okay, I see what interview this is gonna be today.
You know what I'm saying?
When did you first ever started rapping? Like, you know what, this rap thing is for me. I mess with this rap thing. It's for me. When did you first ever it came into your brain and registered that you wanted to be a rapper? Just period.
I knew. I knew my calling very early. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very, very like I don't have any older brothers,
Mm-hmm.
so like I don't have any older brothers, but I have an older cousin who was very influential for me in my life, and he was like a huge like hip hop fan. So I was very young, like walking to the record store to buy like It Takes a Nation to Millions. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Criminal Minded, The Great Adventures. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to that at a very early age. So like I was writing rhymes in first, second grade. But like I knew it's what I wanted to do. I first went to the studio when I was 15. I cut my first song when I was 15, and it was garbage. But like to hear myself, I was like, oh, this is it. And I've tried to do other things. Like I tried to go to college. Like I've tried to be like in the workforce and shit like that. And it just, I can't do it. Like this is like, I knew what my calling and my passion was. So I've been professionally rapping since I was 15 years old.
Wow. Okay. Now this is the thing though. What a lot of people, I want to say a lot of people don't know because that's just disrespectful to your catalog. Because people do know that you're a fabulous music artist as well. You could bounce on those beats. You understand? But okay, cool. Let me ask you this though. You already told us when you started rapping. When did you start battle rapping?
I started battling a little earlier than that. Like my whole thing with battling is that I couldn't really hoop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't play football. So it was like I wanted the attention. I was always a writer. Like I always wrote poetry. Like I always used to write little raps and shit.
Right.
But you know, I was always the chunky, chubby kid. And people tend to think that the bigger kids are victims or weak. And unfortunately for people, I caught some people rapping in like my 8th grade like science class or some shit or something like that. And somebody tried to roast me, and I jumped, I jumped back, and ever since then, like I got the reaction I wanted from the girls, and like the dudes didn't fuck with me no more. I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, this is it. So maybe a little earlier before I went to the studio. So maybe like 13, 14 is when I first tried my hand at battling.
Now, it was battle rap before music. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was battle rap before music because I couldn't afford to get in the studio.
Okay, now let's paint this picture so people can understand. Was there anything out? A Smack DVD, Fight Club, hip hop, anything?
There was nothing. There was nothing that would have given me the inspiration to battle rap other than not being embarrassed in front of my peers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Other than not being the butt of the joke in front of my peers.
Okay.
There was none like that. It wasn't a scribble jam. It wasn't.
I was going to ask you that.
There was none of that shit.
Okay. So how did battle rap get to like say Detroit? Like how would you notice that? Oh shit, this is battle rap. Ain't no mixtape or anything coming to somebody's front door. Your cousin from New York brung such and such videotape. Like how did the battle rap even get to y'all and shit like that?
So fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I got a little older and like we knew of battles. So you have the fucking like the old school shit. You got but it's all on wax. You got the LLs and the Cool Mod's, and you got the KRS-Ones and the Juice Crews and shit. We have those. So we knew about battling. But fast forward, the first person I ever knew that battled from Detroit was a guy named Swan. And Swan, like for people who don't know, I know Swan. He was the first one from here that really went outside of the city and made waves as a battle rapper. And scribbled games, like going to like colleges and shit and like smoking shit.
And he was on MTV as well and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But he went to MTV after me. I was the first one from
God,
there.
come on, Marv. That's where we going at. That's where we going. We're gonna get all that cleared up. Let's go.
I'm just saying. So, but Swan was the first person I knew about going out and battling. So when I saw him go out and do it, I knew that it was a possibility. The money was absolutely trash though. You was going out, you was winning like $100, or you was winning like $500 as a prize. So it didn't really impress me that much. But what I was using it as free promotion for my music. That was the difference back in the day. A lot of people battled to use it as promotion for their music.
Right.
You get in front of different people. You do well. They ask about you. You hit them with a CD, or you hit them with a tape, or whatever. That's what it was. So that's what it was for me. It was never intended to be a 20-year thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, I can get in front of these people. I can sell these people my fucking burnt Max L CDs that I'm writing on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was for me. And that was around maybe 99. That's when I graduated high school. So 99, around that time is when I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this shit out for, the summer before I go to college.
Right.
And, it took off. Like, it legit took off for me, Debo. Like, it took off like crazy. Right. And I got my stripes in the city, and when people came to town, I was the person that they would come and get to come battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now let me go ahead. I want to transition to that to see the history of Detroit. But go ahead, keep going, my brother. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So like the big thing, and one of the biggest things is that my man Big Proof, RIP, took a liking to me.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And he was the man. You know what I'm saying?
Of
like
course.
He was the man. So once he took a liking to me, it was very easy for me to get in certain doors that would have been closed. Go. Oh, I thought you were motioning for me to wait.
No.
No. So yeah. That's what it was. Like, that's what it was. It was very easy with his cosign and his respect that he had garnered through a lot of people, and it was super. What? You gotta fucking relax, Debo. It was super easy for me to go out and fucking like battle everybody. Because back in the day, like you said, there were no tapes, there were no DVDs. So all you needed was 5 good rounds. And you can go from anywhere and anywhere, block to block. You know what I'm saying? City to city and smoke shit. And that's what it became for me.
Okay. Now, we're gonna transition. When you say Proof, that's the transition. Actually, now correct me if hopefully I'm saying it's giving honor of this shop the right name. Obviously, the hip hop shop, right?
Now, the thing about the hip hop shop is that I was too young to go to the hip hop shop. You know what I'm saying? When the hip hop shop was popping, like at its peak, like when Slum Village was there and D12 was there and Royce and his group Wall Street was there, I didn't go. Like I was too young.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So for people like me and Quest and people like Ty Ferris, my man Super MC and Miss Corona, we all made our bones at this club called the Lush. Lush Lounge. It was the Lush Lounge over in a small city inside Detroit called Hamtramck. Okay. So that's where. So I wasn't a part of the shop era. I was a part of the Lush era, and it's super crazy because years later, Danny Myers told me when he was living in Detroit, which I didn't know, he actually came to our open mic, like to the Lush on Wednesdays. He didn't rap, but he saw me rap.
Got you.
So that's. I thought that was super dope. I say that to say that Danny Myers is much older than I am, and I'm gonna fucking smoke his boots.
Well, okay. Shout out to the Lush. What's the Lush Lounge? What is it called?
It was the Lush Lounge. Yeah.
Lush Lounge. Okay, because yeah, man, we gotta show love to historic landmarks that help us, you know what I'm saying, thrive in the culture and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the hip hop shop, but it had the infamous stories, but that's all the outsiders heard was the hip hop shop. We didn't hear things that you're saying right now, such as the Lush Lounge and whatnot.
Yeah. It was a little bit like, so like, so if the shop was like 95, 96, 97, like the Lush was like 99, 2001. So
Mm-hmm.
there was a little gap in time. And by that time, like fucking Proof had become a star. Like he had got the fucking unsigned hype. He had won the source battle. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the man. He was
Mm-hmm.
the man here. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like niggas knew they couldn't fuck with him. And he had a gang of little killers that he would send out like pit bulls, just like smoke shit.
Right.
Like, and we
Right.
would go smoke shit,
Nice. Nice. Nice.
legit.
Nice. What was your first battle, Marv?
First real battle?
First real battle.
God damn, Debo. I don't.
You
even,
that old, nigga?
Yeah, yeah. You gotta think, nigga. You gotta think. I'm legit 20. I'm legit 20 in. I'm legit 20 in, bro. Like that's why like when a lot of people like they'll throw shots, you know what I'm saying, and they'll say things like, you know, they'll question my status, or they'll question my ranking, and or where I feel I belong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying like, yo, like I legit have tenure. Like I legit saw it when it was nothing
Right.
to where it is now, which is fucking amazing. So for me to think about what my first real battle was, like I can't even remember. You know what? My first real battle was in the city. My first real battle was in the city, like outside of like battling like my friends in high school and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I uh I battled a dude named Ill One.
Okay.
I battled a dude named Ill One in this spot called Caboodles. And it was one of those things where it was a fucking crowd participation. They judged the winner, and he had more people than me,
Got
and
you.
he won. And I was furious, like I wanted to fight. I was like, yo, I'm smoking shit. but, but that was that. And then I ended up battling my man Shy Dog, who's still battling on the West Coast right now. You know what I'm saying? So those were my first battles that I remember. But like on a national scale, I don't know, Debo.
Now,
It may have been MTV.
flexing. Hold on for the flex.
It might have been. It might have been MTV, man. Stop playing with me.
Was you one of the very first?
Regular niggas?
Was you one of the very first battle rappers to get on MTV?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, explain that situation if you don't mind. Because I know a couple of things as far as but I want to get to this right here. So I want to flex that flex.
Okay, let me say this. Because it was a minute ago. I don't want to say definitely, but I do want to say that I did MTV and Quest did MTV.
Mm-hmm.
Quest did MTV, The True Life, I'm a Battle Rapper, and then he went on to do Made. So I'll say I was the first person here to do a sanctioned MTV battle. I was the first person I was one of the first people to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I was the first person from here to do that. But his shows may have ran before me.
Now, how the fuck you and Quest even ever got to get to MTV in the first place? We're just not gonna gloss over that.
Because we was Proof's kids. That was the name of us.
I
that
forgot.
was the name of our. We was Proof's kids. So it was super easy for him to make a phone call and be like, hey, like he got fucking 8 million records under his belt at this time. You know what I'm saying? He got 8 million records. Whether it's the M shit or the D12 shit, he can make some phone calls. He has some connections.
But here's the crazy thing. I don't mean to interject. I do apologize. But here's the crazy thing. Quest. Proof is older than y'all. You understand what I'm saying? But the era that y'all in, it would look like as if y'all around the same, like the same age type of deal. So no. When a lot of people, when you say that Proof kids and stuff like that, people look at it like, wait a minute, weren't y'all like the same? Like, but now they get to understand that y'all was way younger and shit like that.
No, yeah, we were babies. Like we were legit babies. And because we were trying to walk the same path that he did as far as battling and getting our music heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very easy for him, or it was very thoughtful of him to show us the way. He definitely pulled strings for us and opened doors, you know what I'm saying, for us that may not have been accessible to us for sure.
Right.
Like I got on that MTV battle because of Proof. There's absolutely no question.
Dope.
There's no question.
Dope.
Nigga, they were legitimately supposed to do a competition. They were supposed to do a competition here in Detroit, and the winner got to go directly into the battle. Like they didn't have to do the line or anything like that.
Right.
And Proof called me and was like, "Yo, you ready to battle?" I was like, "Yeah, I can be." He was like, "All right, bet. I'm gonna put your name in. You going to New York."
Nice.
That was it. There was no battle. There was no qualifying battle.
Nice.
And I know a couple people from here are like was really mad about that, but like it was just my time. Like I was killing shit, bro. I was killing shit. It was me.
Speaking about a couple of people, around that time, I believe Calico was is from Detroit.
He's from the city.
He's from the city. Did y'all ever cross paths at that young age before?
We crossed paths with his father.
Okay.
We crossed paths with Blackface because Blackface was in a very popular Detroit group called Rock Bottom. So we crossed paths with his pops. We didn't necessarily cross paths with him because Cal is much younger than us. Like Cal is much younger than us.
Wow, you see how that generation, like that's crazy.
Like Cal is much younger than us. But I'll tell you how God works. Quest, you got to have Quest on the show too. Quest gave Cal his first battle.
Nice.
Quest used to run a shop. He used to throw battles at this shop called DJ's Music Exchange.
Okay.
And he booked Cal and gave Cal his first battle.
Nice.
So it's all full circle. So Proof got us together, which in turn Quest ended up getting Cal together, which in turn helped Cal. No. So Proof got us together. We got Miles and X together.
Okay.
They got Cal together. Cal got Clean together.
Wow. Okay. So, timeline is such a factor in this thing, man. Was the MTV thing before Jump Off or after Jump Off?
MTV was before Jump Off.
Okay.
Because me and Quest weren't even cool. Me and Quest weren't cool before Jump Off, which is super crazy.
Right. So before I do the Jump Off thing, let's just do this. Important footnote. Heavy bag. Time this. You and Quest McCody, y'all not battle rap friends. Y'all friends. Y'all been at each other's houses, ate each other, you know what I'm saying, food and stuff out of the refrigerator and all that, I'm pretty sure. How did you meet Quest McCody?
I met Quest through rap. I met Quest at the Lush Lounge.
Okay.
In Hamtramck. I thought Quest was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was in a group. I think it was him and his cousin, but Quest was dope. We initially met because I was doing a mixtape around that time, and I asked him to give me a verse or give me a song. You know what I'm saying? So he did that, and that's how we met. We still weren't cool. At all. Because then Quest ended up getting picked for a show on Showtime called The Next. It was called The Next Episode, and it was through Interscope. And I got called to do the show as well. But I had signed a production deal, and the person that I signed a production deal with didn't like the paperwork of the show.
Got you.
So he asked me not to do the show. And I remember saying something to Quest, like, "Yo, nigga, you got off easy." Or something to the effect of that. I would, you know what I'm saying? Again, I felt it was my time. Like I was the guy. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that. And then Quest went on to do The Next. Super crazy, went crazy. And then there was this company out of London called Jump Off, called Jump Off TV.
Yes, sir. And
they sponsored these 2-on-2 battles. And the year before, the prize I think was $10,000. $10,000 or $20,000. And Ilmac and Thesaurus won. And then they put it out that next year, that the prize is going to be $50,000.
Damn. Even back then, though, Marv.
Look, peep game. So at that point, nigga, $50,000 seemed asinine for battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what niggas is getting now.
Right.
But it seemed like
back then was crazy.
That's somebody literally hitting the lottery to rap.
Right.
So the story goes, I saw that, he saw that. We both called Swan. We both called Swan to be our partner. Swan said he wasn't interested on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, Swan declined. And I don't know how we got to talking, but it was just like, man, fuck it, man. You want to go win this money? It was like, yeah, nigga, let's go win this fucking money. And we got cool. Like, we got cool right then. But that's and rap, that's my best friend, bro. Like, legit, bro. Like, he's ate at my mama's table. His mother has cooked me food. Like, that's my legit, like
Like
friend.
if y'all was at a bar, somebody took a Heineken bottle to his head.
Take his head off.
Got you.
I'd go to jail behind that. That's my family.
Got you.
Like, legit, like, that's my brother. Blood couldn't make us closer.
Got you.
You know.
Now let's stick there. Go ahead. Keep going.
No. So that's why I'm always very vocal, and it looks like it comes from a place of biasness, but I know his capabilities and his talent because I'm around him so much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm always very, very I'm very vocal about what I feel his placement should be in history, because he's done a lot of shit that.
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very vocal about that, and I'm very vocal about him being one of the best fucking writers in battle rap, one of the most underrated people. I think him and Daylight have one of the best one-rounders of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas don't give my man credit, and it's very upsetting to me. Like, or if they do, they try to fucking piggyback it like you wouldn't be shit without Marv, and that's whole shit. Because that nigga was popping before we even got cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the same angles. Like, that shit, like, it's frustrating. But I say all that to say, yeah, that's legit. Like, that's my man. Like, that's my man for sure.
Now, we're gonna stay on this topic with you and Quest. Y'all are revered as the best 2-on-2 probably in the game. You know what I'm saying? Not Shuffle T and what is it, Marlo? Yeah, not Shoonerul.
Hey, you can't talk about my little babies, man.
You know,
you see them, and they going crazy.
They going crazy out here. I've been telling them get crazy, man. They finally listening.
I'm so fucking proud of them.
So
I mean, we smoke them, but I'm so proud.
Well, listen, that's the one for the books. We need to see that 3 rounds too. My thing is this. Y'all battle rap IQs. When y'all sit down and have a one-on-one talk about this battle rap, you know, how deep does it get between you and Quest about schemes, punchlines, double entendres, compound rhyming, all this shit? Like, how deep does it get with y'all?
We sound like we're speaking another language. It sounds like we're speaking a language that we made up, and we're the only people that know it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, like, you know, we 15 years in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's because we know, like after you put in your 10,000 hours, bro, like, it becomes.
That's an outlier.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it becomes like it just becomes second nature. And what I do want to say is, as far as the 2-on-2 thing, I do think there are a lot of people in the conversation.
Okay.
I will say, in my opinion, I think we are the greatest. I think, but the greatest doesn't necessarily equate to best.
The best. Got you.
I do think we are the greatest just for what we endured to get it to a point where it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, in my opinion, I do think DNA and Shine are the best. Because they grabbed it from where we stopped and took it so fucking far. ESPN and BT, like, I think they're the best.
Right.
We beat them.
Got you.
We beat them.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I could, like, in my opinion, I think we're the greatest. Like, I think we should be revered as the greatest, and they can be the best. But it's a lot of great teams when you're talking about fucking gun titles. You know what I'm saying? Free to Wave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about Twerk and Suge. Like, you talk about Chess and Steams. You talk about Rockin' Chess. You talk about Hollow and Lux. Like, it's a lot of people. You talk about Illmac and Thesaurus, who people never really give them their credit.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
I just think we're the greatest because we took something that a lot of us and when I say us, I mean us, didn't think was cool and made it cool. Made it cool for us to do.
Talk your talk.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Talk your talk.
In my opinion, we made it cool. Like, niggas didn't look at it as corny once they saw me and Quest do it. And we wasn't up there being all lyrical, miracle, spiritual type niggas. We were still us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do think that it stunted our solo careers at times, though.
Okay.
I think it stunted our solo careers because we actively became characters within our 2-on-2 universe that didn't necessarily translate into our 1-on-1 battles. Everybody expected me to be the fucking funny guy, and and that's not really who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like held me back for a minute before I learned how to navigate.
Okay.
But I'm very grateful that there's a part of battle rap. There's a part of battle rap that you can't tell without me and Quest McCody.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
In the books.
You
in
don't
the
have
books.
to like. You don't have to like us. You can think, you know what I'm saying, we corny. You can think we nerds, but you can't tell that part of the story. No matter how big that part of the story is, you can't tell that part of the story without talking about us.
Hard question, man.
Go.
50 greatest battle rappers, the BET list. I want to get to that segment kind of later, but I need to ask that question now since we're in this lane right here.
Mm-hmm.
Why you and not also Quest McCody?
It's a travesty, in my opinion. I think it's trash that he's not on the list. I know the guy who personally did the list.
I know the guy too. Justin Hunt. I know him.
I know Justin. That's my man.
He's more of a watch of a grind timey era type of.
You know what I'm saying? We know Jay, so we know what.
Shout out to him though.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say, and I don't want to speak for Quest, but I think he can attest to this. There was a time where Quest took off a bigger period of time than I did with battle rap.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Quest was focused on throwing events, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like raising his daughter, and you know what I'm saying, having a son and shit like that. And like, he chilled. Like, he really chilled for like a good minute. And I don't know if people take that into consideration. That can be the only reason I think that he wouldn't make the list.
No.
But I think he's one of 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of 5 people that didn't make that list. That is insane to me.
Okay.
That is insane to me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get to that listing for sure. So let me take it here. Did you and Quest give that tape back, man?
What tape?
You know what tape, nigga?
It's a damn shame what happened to that.
If for those who don't know, I'm not gonna explain it, but that's a bit of historic battle rap history. That there's a missing tape that they say was in the hands of some Detroit niggas, but we ain't gonna name who that is.
That's such a shitty like blanket fucking accusation. They have no idea what happened to that shit. We was in the room. We never left the room, fam. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All I'm saying, bro, is God doesn't like ugly.
Mm-hmm.
It came out, you know what I'm saying, that, it wasn't all on the up and up. The judging wasn't all on the up and up. And it just so happened, man, that they misplaced their product.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And when they misplaced their product, they couldn't present a full product to whoever gave them that bread. Company didn't do so well. What I will say is whoever took those tapes, they deserve a lot more credit in the story of battle rap history.
It changed the game. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you talk.
Simply because there may not have been a grind time if those tapes if those tapes were still in the possession of Jump Off. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying right now. Don't have to say no more. You don't have to- we good. We good.
Praise God. Praise God.
See how things go, how history gets changed.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it, man?
Go ahead, man.
Won't he do it? Just saying.
Marv, you're this is the no, we're going this is crazy. This is crazy. You only had, and I researched this today, I'm gonna keep it 100 with myself. Cause in my head, I thought you had like 50,000 grind time battles out this motherfucker. You only have 4.
4 fucking grind. I never understood why niggas labeled me as a grind time rapper, bro.
Well, maybe you was doing so good on that channel that, you know, it just stuck to people out there that you was a mainstay at that league.
I had 4 battles, and 2 of those battles were fucking 2-on-2 battles.
Crazy.
So I written. Look, think about this. I have. It's crazy because you brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
I have as many URL battles as I do grind time battles.
There you go.
Why did people just stick me with the label of being a grind time rapper?
Crazy. But you know, you got to remember at that time, I'm answering your questions and shit. Grind time was big at that time, bro. Like, you know, and you was a standout. You battled Verb. You battled Madness. 2-on-2 with you and Quest. You battled SoCon and Dirtbag.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was another 2-on-2. What was it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think it might have been. I think it might have been Nestle.
Nestle. That's right. Excuse me.
It was Nestle.
Nestle. Yeah. And you know, they came back as GTX, and you battled Satire. Shout out to him.
Full circle.
Right. Full circle. So, my thing is this. Who reached out to you? Because you know, for all that, there's still grind time fans out there to this day, even though there's no more, you know, heyday of grind time. There's still people that know the history and shit like that. So, how did they contact you? Who reached out to you and said, "Yo, Marv, man, we want you to come on this platform called Grind Time, and you know, get busy"?
Direct.
Okay, shout out to Direct. That's my little brother. Shout out to him.
Direct does not get as much credit as he should being a driving force and curator for this fucking culture. Like,
especially for the YouTube era.
Legit. Like, Direct does not get enough credit, and it may be because, you know, his personality may not scream "look at me," but anything that pushed this culture forward, Direct had a hand in.
Yes.
Like, legit.
Yes.
So,
because there was an Elements Battle League and the King of the Dot before Grind Time came around, but those were Canadian battle leagues. For the states where we're at, we needed that culture feel for what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because the language is different. Even though we always speak in English and shit on both sides, the language and the subculture is different. So, you know, I feel what you're saying.
But that's because we have the misconception that everybody in Canada is fucking nice and, you know, they're giving maple syrup to each other and fucking like they leave their doors unlocked, which is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? But after the grind time shit, after the jump off shit, I took maybe like a year off. Like, and in that time, like grind time like flourished. And Direct literally called me like, "Yo, like, big bro, you should come back."
Mm-hmm.
And by this point, I felt like, don't nobody want to see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody care no more. He like, "Bro, trust me." Like, and I got the perfect guy for you. I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Man, it's a guy out of St. Louis named Averb. He battled Hollow." I said, "Okay, well, I'm not really, you know, privy. I'm not really hip." I said, "Let me watch his footage." I said, "Do we got footage?" He said, "Yeah." He sent me the SB shit, and he sent me the Hollow shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I can admit, because I took that time off, I was very, very fucking like I was very self-conscious. Like I was very like, I don't know. And then I think I either talked to Verb, and Verb said something super spicy to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, let's go ahead. Like, let's go ahead and do it, bro. Let's go ahead, book it. And I came back. It was Battle of the Bay.
Wow.
It was Battle of the Bay when me and Verb battled, and it was super dope to me because the reception I got wasn't the one that I expected.
Mm.
And Verb, it's like I've heard Verb tell this story like, yo, I've always been the man until I battled Marv and they said his name and everybody exploded.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
oh shit, it's Marv one.
Well, could that be a testament to the MTV and the jump off battles and stuff like that, where people knew you?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely sure it was. I had laid a foundation, but I just
Right.
hadn't capitalized on it at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I think that was around. I think that might have been after the 8 Mile shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was definitely after the 8 Mile shit. So
Right.
I had a lot of traction. So like going back into it in the actual competitive realm, like it was super dope. So but Direct is the one who called me. And then it's super crazy because years later, fucking full circle, my life comes back full circle. Direct is the person who talked me into doing the King of the Dot tournament.
Mm.
He's the person who talked me into it.
Wow.
Because I was completely off it. Like, nah, I'm straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, bro, I think this can be really good for you. I think, you know what I'm saying, you can because I was very on the fence about Avocado shooting the battles because of like, you know,
Understood, yeah. The
that
situation.
footage that had leaked. I was like, no, I'm straight. And Direct was like, hey, bro, I think you can use this. You can use their platform to get your message.
Right.
To get your message out.
Right.
And I was like,
100%.
okay. You know, it worked out for the most part.
The feeling of camaraderie, everybody's just loving everybody, because it's the grind time vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody, it's damn near a hippie vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's not super gangster. Everybody got to watch your back and be like, yo, he got the hammer. Like, you know, like the atmosphere was a good, wholesome, like, you know, we here for the culture. Like, this is the scene. You know how they used to call it the scene and shit.
Yeah, fuck the scene.
I know. How did it feel to you in that era? Because you've been in all phases, all eras to this day. Like, how was that era in the grind time era, you know, when you first started, when you just came on the scene battling Verb?
I'll be honest, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like it because it's not what I'm used to. Like in my city, like there are no kumbayas.
That's a fact.
And like there's footage of me at a battle being totally different than people know me as.
Oh, we're gonna get to that, but go ahead. We're gonna get to that, nigga. I know you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know, it was I didn't like it. I thought it watered it down.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it watered it down because everybody was so fucking happy. But this is before I realized that this was wrestling entertainment. You know what I'm saying? This is before I realized it was that. And even with that, the whole love, peace, vibe shit, it wasn't like that when we did those Grind Time New York battles. It wasn't like that. It was still the same shit. It was the same shit. Like, oh shit, he might have a hammer on him. Nigga, Marv is in the middle of the club screaming at niggas, what's up? Like, so it was, it wasn't that. I think Grind Time really, really, really got a bad rep because they spread so fast. Pause. Like they they made a name for themselves so quick because they were the only game in town.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to other markets, they went to other territories, and people wanted to be a part of that. You got to think, nigga, those fucking first Grind Time battles were on World Star Hip Hop.
That's a fact.
Like legit, like Direct, Ills, Lush.
They knew how to market that shit.
They got that shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, everybody hates the person that's winning.
That's one. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then everybody's gonna be able to pick apart something. But like it was dope that it was inclusive. It was dope for me to hear people from Atlanta. It was dope for me to hear somebody like Sonny Bamboo, who I would have never heard if I was just looking for quote unquote street rappers, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So Grind Time really, really gave it gave a lot of shine to people who may not have got it and it got a bad rap because everybody wants to be like people really, really have this thing about fetishizing shit that they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Marv.
So if you're a person, that fucking wakes up every day and feeds your dog and send your kids to school, it's like the opening scene from Office Space when old boy was driving and he got the gangster rap going, and you know what I'm saying? And somebody pull up on him and he lock his doors and roll his window up. Like a lot of people live out their fantasies through other people. They live vicariously. So if you're a person who's never been in a fight, if you're a person who's never shot anybody, but you wish you were, that's what you're going to gravitate to. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to shun what's closest to you because that's not who you want to be. And I think that was the grind time shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was absolute. Like nobody ever questioned Philly Swain. Nobody ever questioned Hollow. Nobody would question Swave Seva or Poison Pen. Like nobody questioned them niggas, bro. And even on the West Coast, like nobody was questioning No Can Do. Like No Can Do will shut your event down, bro. He would legit shut your event down.
Shout out to No Can Do.
Like the niggas
fuck with him heavy.
Yeah, them niggas weren't suckers, bro. Like I just felt like it definitely got a bad rep. It got a bad rep for what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Also, RIP PH because he was running Grand Prix.
Facts.
Shout out RIP PH.
Facts. So that's the thing. Only 4 battles on Grind Time, and you was kind of considered one of them, as far as like a Grind Time artist, if you will. But like I said, people don't know your extensive history. You did work way before they even came around. Yeah. And whatnot. Now, to transfer into that from Grind Time, I'm just gonna go towards the URL thing. But let me just set this up though, because I might be wrong with this, but it's a lovely setup anyway. Fire. URL is cooking. They doing their thing. They're businessmen. That's one thing you can't take that away from Beasley, Smack, and Chico. They're businessmen. They trying to find the dollar, the capitalists. They're hood capitalists. Okay, that's what I call them. So, enter Marv One's debut. And how does Marv One's debut come out? With a lot of pressure. Yeah. Being that the event that happened was a first of its kind for YouTube, where URL is charging motherfuckers to see this battle. Yep. Top of the line cameras.
Yep. 4K.
4K. All the way.
It might have been 4K. It was HD.
HD, excuse me, right. But Marv 1 versus Cortez. Was the main event. Now, this was Marv 1's debut into the URL.
You are ultimate rap league.
Right. Which is pressure on top of pressure, because you and Cortez had to be the guys to sell this $3.99 battle, if you will. You understand what I'm saying? Which, by the way, was a great battle. Don't get it fucked up. The battle was fire, actually. You know?
Shouts to Flea, man. That was a good battle. But you know what? I literally hated Cortez at that time.
And I could see that too. Okay, but before you talk crazy, nasty about Cortez, okay, how did you enter the URL? Who called you? Who made Beasley? Marv 1. Heard a lot about you, brother.
Was it Beasley? Did Beasley? Okay, so look, this is what I'll say. I know they're at odds now.
You could talk about them. Go ahead. You could talk about Norbs. Go ahead.
Yeah, that battle was because of Norbs.
That's what's up.
That battle was because of Norbs. So
we're not taking history away from nobody. That's one thing, Marv. We're not doing that. I don't give a fuck how much I hate a nigga or a person. We're not taking history away from them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. So what happened was, and if I'm incorrect, you know what I'm saying, I'll get you the shit. But I remember it this way. I remember it being me and Cortez were booked. Me and Cortez were booked on Grind Time. And Cortez pulled out of the battle. Yo, my beard isn't dirty. That's gray hair, bro. You gotta relax. I just saw that in the comments. Cortez
Don't
pulled
worry
out of
about
the
them
battle.
comments, Marv. I don't. Just go ahead. You good.
Cortez pulled out of the battle, and it got back to me that it was because Norbs told him that I wasn't a look. So at that point, my whole focus changed. Now my focus was like, oh, okay, I don't really fuck with these niggas. So me and Cortez had, we had words. We had words at the Grind Time Bad Blood event where Ice and Quest battled. And then I saw Cortez again at a URL event when Big Cannon battled Mo Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pressing for the battle because I wanted to prove a point. Now, I'm not sure because Norbs was managing the whole NYB at that time. Cortez was NYB. So he's like, nah, Marv ain't a fucking big enough look. I don't remember if Beasley called me. I actually don't remember who set that up. I actually don't remember. No, Chico. Chico set it up.
Shout out to the mysterious stranger, Chico.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. I love Chico, bro. I love Smack. I love Beasley. But Chico has always been my nigga. Like, legit, Chico has always been my nigga. And it's super funny when people walk past him at these events and have no idea who he is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I love about Chico? He's a no-nonsense guy. He's either going to be yes or no. You're not going to get no gray area in between.
That's very true. And I think that's why he doesn't play the game. He's not placating niggas. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But Chico has always been my nigga. So it was Chico who set it up. Chico sent me the contract. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to lie. I don't think me and Tez was the main event. I think is that might be the same event with Hitman and Ars. Is that the same event? No? No. Okay, so damn. So yeah, it might have been. We might have been.
That was the main nigga. I was there.
What?
That's when Skull Battle Hash 100.
Skull Battle had. Oh my god.
I was there. I was you know what I'm saying? Now I'm smack security, as they say and shit. But back then I was vague security. I was moving niggas out the way. Move out the way. Move out the way. Shot on me.
Was that the first? Was that the first night of main events? Was that a night of main events? Was that?
No. I know. I think DNA battled. Did DNA battle somebody? Who the hell DNA battled?
I remember a dude named KP from Chicago being on that card.
KP from Chicago. He battled AR-16.
AR-16. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are my King of the Ring dudes. Both of them that I mentioned.
I remember that. But yeah, me and Tez.
It was some good battles, but you know what I'm saying? But the whole event was prized on you and Tez getting busy.
We had bad blood, bro.
Everybody knew it too. That's crazy. Everybody knew it. I think that was just getting into the social media area and whatnot.
You know why? Because I hadn't mastered the thing of it being entertainment. I hadn't mastered the storyline. I'm just from a spot. Big T and DNA. Yep, Big T and DNA. That was that card. Yep.
Big T and DNA. That's why I said I knew DNA battled somebody. So it's probably, you could say probably a co-main event, if you will. If you want to say that, let's say that. Cool.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't mean to cut you off. A lot of the energy was towards you and Cortez. Hatred towards each other.
For sure.
Like this was a thing.
But it was only because I wasn't able to separate entertainment from reality.
Ah, you was one of those.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that as a badge of honor. I'm not saying that to try to fucking like promote toughness.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm from where I'm from, and there's certain things that you can say to a nigga where I'm from,
mm-hmm.
and you got to stand on it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I took everything as real life.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take it as this person's a character. So when I got into it with Tez at Bad Blood at the Grind Time event, it was simply because I felt that niggas was trying to play me as a man, not as a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was very upset behind that. And it bubbled and boiled over to that event. And I didn't have any love for that nigga, bro. I literally didn't. I didn't have any love. I didn't have any respect at that time because I thought they didn't respect me. So now it's
No,
like
we felt that. Trust me. That yeah, we was at the time to I mean to cut you off and let you go, but I just wanted to explain to the audience. We was at a time where the energy was real. Like it could just go off at any second. Move left, move right the wrong way. Niggas is just throwing fists and like not no miss haymakers and misfit like real shit. Bang, bang, bang. Like
no,
you know what I'm saying?
like,
That was the energy. Cause in URL, cause it was I think the event was on 77th Street. I think the Voodoo Lounge, if I'm correct. It might be the Voodoo Lounge. And it was wall-to-wall niggas.
it was
Wall-to-wall niggatry going on in that motherfucker. Packed, like you could barely move. Barely move.
I remember telling my niggas like, hey, we may have to fight our way out of this spot.
And that was real. It wasn't no fakery, no bargain bullshit. This was like real energy. You understand what I'm saying?
So my thing was in real life, man, I'm not a sucker. And I felt like niggas was playing me like a sucker, bro.
Right.
And I wasn't really happy with it.
I just want to get this off real quick. The energy in New York, our favorite turn up energy is when the out of town niggas from the Midwest will pull up in New York. Cause that's when everybody get their guns and their knives, like, oh, get ready. We about to get crazy tonight. Like we always loved when y'all came to the town because it was a lot of tension and competition. You feel me?
But all that is just that. All that is two lions.
Two lions. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it was. But we had a really good battle. I think Tez has admitted to me that he lost off camera. He won't say it on camera. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? But and that's when that energy felt different.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going back and telling people, like, "Yo, this feels a lot different."
Lot different than grind time. This ain't the grind time feel.
This feels a lot different.
Respectfully speaking.
But I felt very comfortable. I felt very comfortable, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, nigga, yeah, I'm of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely thought that there would be more of a working relationship between myself and URL.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think at the time it looked like oh, a grind time nigga came over here and beat one of ours.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like niggas stalled me out.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Which was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, run your business the way you run your business. It's always been love. It's always been love whenever I'm at the building. I never have to wait at a door. I never, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never get patted down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always dope. They always show me love. But I definitely thought that battle would have been the beginning of a working relationship.
Okay, so let's stay there, right? But let's complete this thing with the you and Cortez. I mentioned that prior as far as like the 399 and all that because that was signified as the first business move, battle rap business move in the public eye of saying, hey, you got to pay us for this, that, and the third. No, there's no longer free shit going on here when it comes to the YouTube thing. We need to figure a way to get paid and stuff. So that battle, whether you like it or not, or however you feel about the battle, I love the battle. But that battle right there was a footnote in business going in a different direction. It's no longer free 99 in this motherfucker. We trying to find a way to get these dollars and cents.
It was the first app battle.
Talk your shit, man.
It was the first app
I didn't even think about it that way. Talk your shit, Marv.
Look, nigga, remember how URL used to be, nigga, when them trailers used to come out before the battle?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that shit used to give you fucking goosebumps, nigga. Like, woo,
crazy.
I remember I saw our trailer. And was like, oh, we got one.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got one. This is it right here. And that bitch so crispy. It looked real life. Like, oh yeah, we got one. Ted.
Shout out to Twiz, man. Twiz was killing
Shout out to
them
Twiz.
trailers.
Shout out to Twiz.
He's a
bro.
legend. Killing those trailers. You know what I'm saying?
legit-
'Cause those trailers made us feel. It made us feel like it was a movie about to come out. Like we got to be there.
Man,
If you was of the culture, you had to be there.
I hate that they went away from that. I
Went-
hate that they went away from.
Went
that.
away from what?
Went away from that feel. Like I understand that you have to. I understand that you have to. I understand that you have to continuously give content.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like you give so much content that there's no
Anticipation.
yeah, bro. Like nigga, bro, those trailers used to get as much as niggas battles do now. Like dude, like it there was like it's no build up because next Saturday, all right, we got another one.
Right.
Then the lifespan of a battle was just so short, and it's kind of like
Hey,
damn.
remember in the record, remember in the record business, the lifespan of a record would be 2, 3, 4 months for a single to come out.
My nigga, you got a weekend. They tell you don't even nigga. They tell. I remember. They tell. Don't even drop shit on a Friday because by Monday they're not gonna remember it. Like respectfully, like nigga. And I remember, nigga, watching that trailer, being like, oh, yeah, this one. And I personally don't get that anymore. I feel like the rappers would benefit from that.
Let me ask you a question, Marv. Very serious. Very serious. And you in a Cortez battle. Did you get that? Did you get that reference about the Lions helmet?
Dude, I knew what he was trying to say. I knew what he was trying to say, but I had to act like it was the worst bar in the world. He just got tongue tied, bro. He was supposed to say you got a pussy on each side of you like a lion's helmet.
Right.
But you got a lion on each side of you like a lion's helmet. I was like, ooh, that's trash. That don't make no sense. I knew what he was trying to say though, man.
What did you think about well, no, let me not divert from there.
That's when I was very vocal.
Yes.
I was very vocal. That's two things. I was very vocal.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that goods battle next. I thought that was going to
Right.
I wanted that goods battle next.
Right.
Then that battle is the very first time that I used the navy blue shit. That was the very first time, and I used it. It wasn't even a slogan. It was just in the rounds.
Right. Yeah. Your relationship with URL. People. You're what I consider like a fan favorite. Like people won't mind seeing Marv. Like Marv is like a staple. Like it.
What fucking fans? These fans hate me, bro.
No. These fans don't hate you. These fans. Well, okay. Well, let me tell you something. Everything is separate in different boxes, different places. You got people like such as myself in the era that I'm in.
Respectfully.
That fuck with you heavy. Like I'm watching a Marv 1 fucking battle. You know what I'm saying? Where you got fans that just came in the game 2 years ago that probably don't know who Marv 1 even is, right?
Very true.
Okay, so let's just stick to this topic with the URL thing, right? Were you looking to have a relationship after the Cortez battle? Like, hey guys, we could, really do some things here. Just give me some more battles. I'll tear some more heads off, pause, and we rocking and rolling. Like, you was looking for that extension, just like everybody else. The Big T's, the Calicos, the motherfucking X's, the Midwest Miles, all your peers from your area and shit. Like, what happened, or what do you think happened with the relationship between Marv 1, the business brand of Marv 1, and URL?
Personally, I think it was perception. I think it was I think it was a two-sided perception. The first thing I think is that people couldn't put me under their thumb because I wasn't a person who had made his name or made his bones off of that platform.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There were people who legitimately got popping because of that platform. I was popping when I came over there. So there are a lot of things. There are some things that you have to. There are some things that you can't offer me. that you can offer someone else because of what you've done for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just like, I think it was like, oh, we can't offer Marv that.
Mm-hmm.
We can't give Marv him. But this is the first time I'm saying that I really wanted to make the transition to being seen more so on that platform than anyone else, because it was very natural to me.
Got you.
Like I thought it was very natural. I thought I had did good enough to get the goods battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, and that's my man. So it wasn't a thing of like disrespect, but it was just like, oh, I feel you the nicest nigga over here. You the nigga that I'm shooting at.
Mm-hmm.
Another perception is that I feel that they couldn't really take the quote unquote grind time nigga into the fold.
Okay. Explain, sir.
Okay. The entirety of his career, a nigga like the Source has never been on URL.
That's a fact.
The entirety of his career, somebody like Ilmac has never been on URL.
That's a fact. No, Ilmac? No, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking about past. My fault. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, and these are people who, in my mind, would come over there and smoke some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't lose to the nigga who you clown. You can't lose to the nigga who you made to look uncool.
Mm-hmm.
Because then what does that make you?
Not good.
Respectfully. So because I had that tag, which is super weird for me still.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people looked at me as a grind time guy. I felt like that I couldn't get a push over there. And it was a little like it was different when T-Rex went to fucking grind time. They fucking accepted him with open arms. Like, right. Oh my God, T-Rex. He got the biggest battle over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But brand perception is everything. You know, at URL, you got to be the super tough guy, be in 15 gangs and wave 32 guns. Whereas in grind time, excuse me, that was in URL. In grind time, you have to have 80 book bags and love the world. And
yeah, that's how it looked. And because I was neither, I definitely kind of felt like
yeah, because that's a crazy thing. You're not Bubbles and Roses and shit in grind time, and you know you're not the super gangster guy at URL. You was just being Marv. That's just the crazy shit about it. Like people couldn't dissect, decipher. Like you was just being your fucking self.
Yeah, which is why I'm able to look in the mirror right now. If I never battle again, bro, I'm super cool with my career.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that, Marv. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I took my gimmick. I'll take my gimmick as far as it'll go. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna change.
It's not a gimmick. You Marv one. Ain't no gimmick about being you.
Yeah, it's me, bro. Legit. Good, bad, ugly.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is though, is that at 41 years old, I can still out rap most niggas.
Come on.
I can out rap most niggas, bro.
Most niggas, please. You out rap all these niggas. Shit, if you get a chance.
For real.
So I see your interaction with those guys with Beasley, Chico, and Smack, and it's a great interaction. They open arms with you and shit. When they see you, Marv, come on, Marv, we fucking with you, you know. But the booking, as far as the booking of the brand that is Marv One, why is it such a rocky, on the boat situation to say, okay, let's just cut to the real shit. Everybody right now on that platform, you can see this person, that person getting motherfucking contracts. You see the contract. Oh, such and such just got signed. Such and such just got signed to URL. This person got signed to URL. When is Marv One gonna get signed to a URL contract? Because it's not like you're opposed to it. I'm pretty sure you're open to it if all the if legit and it's good to go, which those guys do good business. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal? Your value is just as good as those guys, is probably even more.
I'm not sure. I just think I think the perception may be that I think I'm bigger than that. And then, I'm not a person you have to build up. So there are, I can, I'm trying to say this without sounding, you know what I'm saying, pretentious or sounding like a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to, like, I don't have to take any match that I don't want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it once. And it didn't. I said, oh, I'll never do this again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I did it once. I said, I'll never do it again because it didn't turn out how I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't have to. Like, I legit just don't have to. I'm not striving for a name. I'm not striving for a place
Mm-hmm.
with culture. I'm really cool with who I am.
Got you.
And the rap niggas know.
Right.
All the rap niggas know. All the rap niggas know. Like, hey, it's nigga, I'm still in them deep waters. You know I take you out there.
Mm-hmm.
They know. But I don't have to. And then niggas gotta pay me. Niggas gotta pay me.
Talking shit, Marv. I had to shoot one for you.
Niggas gotta pay me. And I'm not just talking about them.
Okay. Everybody.
Niggas gotta pay me, bro. I've been here this long on this level for a reason.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Knowing how, say, like a cat like Beasley could be, he's a marketing guy. So in his head, he's always painting narrative stories and things he could do to sell, you know, the product, the brand, you know, so the guys that's under his banner, if you will. Mm-hmm. Oh, this guy, he's a super duper tough guy. He can sell this to like his. Or this person, his girl said something where he had a situation with this guy and we could sell. You know, he's more like the Dana White, Vince McMahon, which those things, you know, circulating in his mind gets him excited. And when he's excited to have a narrative or might not say he's telling a guy, but a guy like a Tay-Rock would shoot something on the Twitterverse and be like, yo, such and such battle rap, I'll kick your ass. And then it builds up for like a good month. And he's like, yeah, we need that battle.
You know what his angle could have been? I'm going to put this out here. That nigga could have took me, Quest, Head Ice, Swave 7, Danny Myers, and turned us against all the young niggas. We could have been back in my day, oh nigga, this ain't real rap. And nigga, that would have been the thing.
The Restore Order tour. That's real shit.
The Uncle Hood, nigga.
The Uncle Hood.
The Uncle Hood, nigga.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But every now and then, you and Quest, y'all gotta come to URL and show y'all dominance, and y'all definitely get busy and shit. And people be like, oh shit, they get reminded. Like Marv and Quest, they get busy. Why are we not seeing more of them? What's going on? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
I like I said, I think it's a thing of, you know, I do think it's a thing of respect on like, hey, we can't just give you anything.
Okay. And
then it's just like, you know, well, what we have, we have to protect for the future, because we're both high risk, low reward.
Okay. You're being honest. You're being honest.
Yeah, we're both high risk, low reward. In this era of battle rap, if you beat Marv 1, nigga, does nothing for you.
Got you.
Because niggas feel like I try 45% of the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If Marv 1 smokes you, you drop really, really far.
Right. Down
the totem pole of your career.
Wow.
So what's the point? Like what do you gain?
Right.
Because it motivated me, which for the past 2-3 years I've been smoking
shit.
Everything.
Right.
I've been smoking everything.
But you know what though, Marv? In this era, you're not one of those cats that jump on these spaces or any place and be very controversial and talk extra crazy. You show super love to the ladies at battle and all that stuff. Like you're generally seen as a nice guy. You know, in this business, it be the toxic niggas that be getting the looks and you know the battle rap beefs that gets the attention and shit and the battle to the bag and whatnot. Yeah. Do you find that difficult for you, like? In this era?
At first I did. At first I found it difficult. Like, damn, like, when did it start being about everything but the rap? and I'm cool. I'm cool with it just being about the rap for me. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool with being able to walk in any city in any event and not have to worry about what's gonna happen. I'm straight. I don't have to get ushered out of the events early. Ain't nobody ever put their hands on me. Like I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I'm cool with being Marvin.
Got you. Got you. Midwest movement. Heavy bags.
Oh,
Get this, because there's a heavy bag. Heavy bags always love this question about the Midwest. We're big Midwest movement fans, but I've always hear X, Miles, Cal, Hitman, Verb. You know what I'm saying? Rarely do I, or Big T. Rarely do I hear a Marv One circling into that mold and stuff.
because I wasn't part of the Midwest movement.
Okay, talk to us.
I'm from here, and I definitely support everything that they did. You know what I'm saying, to make themselves pop and make themselves known. But that was the generation under me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't necessarily have the same problems being heard that they felt they did.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So they banded together and looked, you know what I'm saying? They were a fucking unit, and they went out here and shook shit.
Right. But what you did, was it on purpose, or they just didn't come to you with that? Like,
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. They didn't need me. They didn't need Quest, bro. They needed to go kill their own food and bring it back.
Got you.
We had done that.
Got you.
We had done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they did it. They did it, and it probably popped more than any of them ever expected. They don't I'm sure they didn't go into it thinking that they would change the entire landscape of battle rap, and they did. They did. I was watching, and I was super proud.
The Midwest has a big chapter in the battle rap Bible book.
For sure. And it was amazing because people started looking at St. Louis, who hadn't looked at St. Louis before. People looked at Chicago, who hadn't looked at Chicago before. Detroit and Michigan we had looks. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that, but from Verb to Holla to Ill to Big T to Miles to X, like they really, really did that shit, and they deserve their own chapter in that book for sure.
Now, even though these cities and states, like you said, St. Louis, Detroit, so on and so forth, y'all in Chicago, you know, for ignorant New Yorkers such as myself, we look at all those like it's New York, but you know, the Bronx is Chicago, Detroit is Brooklyn, St. Louis is Harlem, and shit like that. We look at y'all as Midwest, like y'all all together and shit like that, you know. But obviously, y'all know that's not the truth. Y'all differ. Y'all have the different slang, different way of approaching things, and things of that manner. But when all that Midwest movement stuff, it was heavy and was going on, did y'all have camaraderie, call each other on the phone, yo, we got to make sure we keeping our names ringing and all that shit, you know, to keep our names in the story of battle rap, you know, in our careers and stuff. How close were you, Marv One, with the Hitman Hollers, the A Verbs, the Big T's, and X's, and so on and so forth?
I wasn't. I'll be honest. I wasn't.
Okay.
I was super cool with Miles and X because those are my guys. Those are my little brothers.
Got you.
I was super cool with them. I was always an open door for anyone who needed it. So Verb could have called me, Eel could have called me, Holla could have called me, like T could have called me if they needed something. But they were blazing their own trail. They didn't need to follow in a trail that I had made. You know what I'm saying? They were blazing their own shit. So I wasn't. And at that time, like I had a deal. You know, like I was doing music for real. So
we definitely gonna get to that.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't. And there are days where I sit back and wish that I was a little more connected to it. Not like on some notoriety namesake shit, but just because they looked like a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was really fucking dope.
The crazy thing is, it worked for you, but it kind of didn't in the same sense, because the Marv One brand was standing on its own.
Yeah.
And, you know, but the Midwest movement was getting, you know, all over to the bag at URL and stuff like that. Did
Yeah.
you feel a hint of envy or anything, knowing that some of your constituents was like all on URL and getting booked and doing this, that, and the third, and you was trying to make that run?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I've never been a jealous or envious person. I know what's for me, I'll have. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Regardless of what somebody else gets. I was genuinely happy because I felt like some of the work that I had done had paid off for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they reap the benefits off of some seeds that I planted, just like I fucking reap the benefits off of the seeds that Proof planted and the people before. Like it, so it was never that. I've never been a nigga who wanted something that somebody else had.
Got you. You're king of the dot run.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first battle? Shout out to the guys at King of the Dot.
Shouts to Organic, shouts to Gully.
Before you even say what's the first battle, how did you get over there? Because it's only fair. I asked you how you got there to Smack, how you got to Grind Time. How did you get to King of the Dot?
I don't even remember. That might have been Lush.
Okay.
That might have been Lush. It might have had to be Lush. No, it might have been Organic, because my first battle was in Canada. I think my first battle was Low Pesci. My first battle was Low Pesci over there, I think.
Okay.
My first battle was Low Pesci. Low Pesci was really, really popping.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
It was Low Pesci. It was Low Pesci. Yes.
Okay. Great rapper, bro. So, I think it was Low Pesci. Then it was Pat.
It was Low Pesci. Then it was Pat. Lotta Zay, Skelly, Rome, Lex Luthor. Your 2-on-2 with you and Quest is against Carter Deems and Cheddar
Cheese.
Cheddar Cheese, right. Then you and Cospidic, whatever. Copaesthetic, excuse me, I'm bugging the fuck out. And you versus Cody the Catch versus and then that's when you went into, I think, the Grand Prix run.
Yeah, that's when I went to the Grand Prix. Damn. Yeah, I forgot about all those battles, honestly.
Yeah. Now,
I went crazy.
Significant battle. You versus Pat Stay.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Pat.
Rest in peace.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Marv. I've always wanted to get to this. I've held this question.
Let's go.
I always wanted to ask you.
Let's go.
Now, you versus Pat. We know that battle right there harbored some feelings due to the fact that, Pat took it there with your brother. And at that time, everybody was just making a choice on, how they felt about that situation. Like, oh, that was a dirty move and that was fucked up and this, that, and the third. And, I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of people reached out to you like, nah, fuck that, Marv. Who that nigga? We gonna kill it. What's up, Marv? You ain't mad? You ain't mad? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? And how was this the atmosphere at that time when it came to that situation? Because I'm leading something to there with the whole. We're going to wrap this up so, people can have the understanding from Rooter to Tutor on that scenario.
It was super. The tension was thick. It was thicker than German guard dogs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was thick. It was thick. First of all, R.I.P. Pat. That
100%.
That was my man before we battled, and that was my man eventually after we battled.
Let's go.
But what I'll say is, had I not been prepped for what he was going to say, I would have reacted different.
Now, when you say prep, Marv, that's a key word. What are you talking about?
Okay. He spit his rhymes for too many people. He spit his rhymes for too many people. You know what I'm saying? And, word got back to me about what his attack was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to brace myself for the hit. I wasn't necessarily expecting for him to go as in depth as he did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was still very difficult to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from a person who you considered, your people, your friend.
Got you.
But had I not had I not known the hit was coming,
Mm-hmm.
There's a very strong chance that I would have reacted different.
Mm-hmm.
Not, you know, it may not have been the best outcome. But
Mm-hmm.
what I'll say to his credit, the second the cameras went off, you know what I'm saying, we made amends. He apologized, you know what I'm saying, for shit he said, and you know, as a man, once a person atones for something, me looking for anything after that is just me pressing the issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, although I didn't want to hear it at the time, and you know, although I had to, you know, come home and, you know, listen to my mother, you know, tell me not to let nobody ever talk about my brother again, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, I understand that was a moment. That was a moment that was needed for battle rap to test how far you could fucking go, to see how thick this was. He caught a lot of backlash for that.
Right.
Like we talked about it. He caught a lot of backlash. So it's I say that to say, like, I just saw something. You know what I'm saying, that Dre Dennis battle, and this guy.
Yeah,
like,
come on now, Marv. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Let me set it up for you before you talk about it. In the Dre Dennis battle, shout out to Dre Dennis. He battled a gentleman. I don't know his name. Do I even want a kid to know his name? But this person put up a DNA test, a fake DNA test, I guess, about the angle was Dre Dennis's wife having Dre Dennis's baby from some other guy, which was totally false. Even the guy himself that they you know, accused of having Dre Dennis's, you know, whatever, came and said, this is some false allegations. I don't even know why this dude did this, all to try to win a battle. Dre Dennis even spoke out about it, and salute to Dre Dennis. He's a stand-up guy that he is and whatnot. And it's crazy because we're getting to an era where these cats don't give a F about how they say it, what they say, the angle. It's a must that they win a battle. It's a must that they have a moment. Hook or crook, whether it's true or false, they have to have that moment to entrench themselves in being in the top 50 list at BET, greatest battles. But I digress. Go ahead, Marv.
Yeah, that took me back to that spot, because it's just like at what point, bro? Like at what point is too much? You know what I'm saying? Like no one should be censored. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say whatever you want to say. That's your God-given American right. But at the point of you talking about somebody's like kid, to the point of you like trying to put doubt about his fucking, like trying to put doubt, like saying it's not his, and like printing a picture, and like that, just like, it seemed so much, and it's just like, one, that's not your place, my nigga. Even if it was, that's not your fucking place, bro. Not for people you don't know. Like, that's crazy. But it just shows, you know what I'm saying, how far some people will go. I remember the white boy saying nigga at URL. I remember the white boy saying nigga in URL, just like, holy shit.
I remember that. I was there. He I forgot the cat's name, but he battled my man Millennium Els.
His name was Prophet.
Prophet, right. He battled Millennium Els. And he said something. How can I? My kids is half black. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time I beat a nigga. My kids is half black.
Ain't the first time I sunned a nigga.
The son of nigga, right? My kids is half black. I was a nigga. Everybody was like, whoa, ho, ho. But the crazy thing is, don't get it messed up though. He had some security there. He had pre-security ready to get him out of there if anything went left.
Did he?
Yes, he had some muscle. He had 2 or 3 muscle-bound real security dudes to get him out of there if anything went left.
I never knew that.
Yes, some black dudes, big, like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. He wasn't in there by himself or with like 2. He had security. I've seen it. I witnessed it myself.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Yeah, so,
But
yeah, it's just people would jump the shark, bro. It just seems like so much. It takes away man from any creativity for me
mm-hmm.
when you just go for the low hanging fruit.
Low hanging fruit. There you go.
I'm saying, so
there you go.
we needed it though. The culture needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like we both learned.
Mm-hmm.
We both learned. R.I.P. to my man though, respectfully.
Now, let's get to the repairing, the reconciling, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout those years, little by little, even if after the battle he apologized and stuff, you still had some harboring feelings about what he said. Let's keep it 100.
Definitely.
Okay. Throughout the years, was there any reconciliation, like some real, I forgive you from my heart, like, we good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We good, bro. We really good.
Yeah, we had a couple of real talks. And,
because the Pat that he was back then is not the Pat that he is now before he passed away. Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I was super proud. I made it a point. To tell him how proud of him I was with his progression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember him telling me like, "Yo, I don't drink anymore," and like I was a different person, and yada yada yada. So we definitely had conversations, and I wasn't receptive at first. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But you look into the character of a person, and you roll the dice on that being them as opposed to a character.
Right.
So I was very happy that we were able to reconcile. You know what I'm saying, and be cool, like for sure.
Nice. So to end it on on the best possible note we can, I've seen a caption that you had when you put up his picture. It's a nice caption of how you felt since that battle to before he passed. This is crazy. Do you feel that the person that he was, and I don't want to speak, it's crazy. The change that he was actually making was so open and warm and loving and shit. Like I kind of felt the Pat that we was about to get if he hadn't passed away would have been very kumbaya-ish, very we all need to get together. Like he made an impact on URL to whereas others didn't and shit. And he was the antithesis. Calm down, Debo. Don't use the big words. Slow it down.
Antithesis,
yes. Of, grind timers / King of the Dot stuff and shit. But the people, Pat was such a star outside of that box that he shined anywhere he went. You understand? And there was such pouring, loving words from everybody, from all genres and coaches, and even Eminem said something and shit like that. Like it's crazy, and I'm not gonna go too crazy. He was about to change or help change a lot of things on how your club, battle rappers, not the league owners, but the battle rappers, how they perceive each other when he makes those calls like, yo, bro, you good? Yeah, man, how's your son? How's your daughter? Yo, how's your brother? How's such and such? He's one of a kind, but we needed that in the culture because right now everything is so topsy-turvy, upside down, toxic, and negative and shit. We lost one that could have helped, bring us to, somewhat together.
But now it's just on the rest of us who are here to do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to one person making those calls. Now everybody can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say that that's what he wanted his legacy to be.
Mm-hmm.
But just as adults, like we are in a very small fraternity. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Like nobody understands. Like nobody outside of this understands what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or understands what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, unless you have like a serious issue with a person, like bro, it's none of this shit is ever worth it. And we do, you know what I'm saying? We do have to take care of each other.
Right.
Legit.
Well, the Grand Prix. My man Marv got into the Grand Prix. And almost made it. What? Come on. Listen, man. Marv, what happened? Talk to us, Marv. Talk to us. Because you was very upset. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. You was hella upset about that damn Grand Prix. You was like, what the fugazi effing hell? I'll kill all you niggas in here.
Did you see that the East Side almost come out of me?
Yes. They had to calm you down. Yeah. Marv, we got Marv.
Man.
We was like, hell with this shit.
I just think it was a really good run. I just wanted to show people, I just want to show people that I can still compete at a high level.
Yes, sir.
And I felt I did that. It didn't necessarily end the way I thought it ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll stand on my statement of that.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, I was really, really happy for Saint.
You had a compelling argument, though. It really came down to the wire. It definitely did. Now, let me ask you this: this could be.
I didn't think it came down to the wire.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I thought he finished stronger than I did.
Okay.
His third was better than my third.
Okay.
Those first two, and I've watched it since. I have a different take on it.
Okay. What's your take, sir?
That I easily took the first two.
Okay. That's what a lot of people was pretty much signifying. Yeah.
That I easily took so much so that during the battle I turned around and said, "Oh, I'm up 2-0." But that's neither here nor there. The reality of the matter is that, Saint was able to walk away with a life-changing amount of money, and I'm super happy for him because, like, he was able to do some things. He was able to do some things in his life and for his family that he wasn't able to do.
100%. But we're not going to gloss over this, though, Marv. We're going to have to. Was it a changing of the guard? Was it trying to be where the baton was passed, if you will? Because if everybody in their heads, what they was painting, not saying King of the Dot was trying to paint this narrative, but in our heads, I know in mine for certain, it was like the legend versus the new guy. You understand what I'm saying? Two different type of styles of battle rapping. Like it's like the fight for the errors and whatnot. So I felt my preference was 2-0 as well. I say, okay, Marv is kind of up. He's up 2-0. Like, but he was getting busy on the third.
Yeah, no, he lost his mind in the third.
Right. And the judgment had everybody like.
I don't want to speculate.
Okay.
I don't want to speculate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speculate. I think whatever was supposed to happen happened.
Was it about the money for you, or was it just about the competition, the rep, what you was leaving out there with, the pride?
It was never about the money. I'm not gonna act as if I'm in a space where $50,000 wouldn't have helped.
Okay.
But I'm cool, bro. Like, I'm cool in life. You know what I'm saying? So it was all it was about. It felt like, damn. The one time I really tried and showed shit, it didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they took it from me. That's how I felt at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like that to an extent, but I don't have a fucking flux capacitor and a fucking DeLorean, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, little bro was straight. He was able to buy a car for his mama. Like, that's
dope.
I salute you for that. I don't care about shit else.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
So I felt the way for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Felt the way for a long time. We'll never say it publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel the way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But life goes on. Like, I've had. I definitely think that was the. I take it as that was the beginning of me getting back to me as a battler. You know what I'm saying? That started the wave of me smoking shit.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely want to give a shout out to Don't Flop You did
Shelton,
you did 4 battles on there, but I don't want to gloss over those guys because they put in a lot of work for the culture.
yeah, 4 battles on Don't Flop.
Yeah,
I did Big J.
you did Big J,
The
Shuffle T and Marlo,
Marlo.
versus you and Quest, K Shine and DNA versus you and Quest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was in the city. Yeah, that was
Right.
a Don't Flop.
And versus you versus Marlo, you versus Uno Lavo. Excuse me.
Uno Lavos. Yeah. Oh, okay.
How we all know the did any one of these battles in the UK or all these battles in the States?
Big J and the 2-on-2 were in London, both in London.
Okay. How did you get to Don't Flop in? Like, who called you?
That's That's all
okay. Hey, Mike. I'd like to get you down here, Mike.
What's up, bro? He called me. He called me with a low ass number. I'd be like, bro, I can't do it. He'd be like, man, come on. He'd be like, come on, bro. He'd bump it up by $1,000. I'd be like, come on, bro. It's London. You know it's expensive. Yeah, I got to get you international flights. The first time I did it just because I had never been to London.
That's always the case with you battle rappers.
I had never been to London. It's like somebody gonna pay for me to go to England,
right?
And I remember being like really fucking. I remember being really like apprehensive about the 8-hour plane ride. Like, oh my god, yo, this is gonna seem like a lifetime. I fucking went to sleep and slept the whole flight.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I went to Africa, I was like, man, I'd have took that 8-hour plane ride, but it was
right.
The 2-on-2 with DNA and K Shine, that was Quest.
Right.
That was Quest. He threw an event with Don't Flop.
Got you.
Here in the city, here in Detroit. That's what that was.
Got you.
And then the Uno Lavos thing, that was A3C. That was in Atlanta. That was A3C. I beat the shit out of Uno Lavos too. God damn.
Now, I got to get back to the 2-on-2 real quick.
Go.
Obviously, you said DNA and K Shine are the best, even though you and Quest is like the legendary ones. What's the difference between the 2-on-2 with DNA and K Shine versus the 2-on-2 with Shuffle T and Marlo? What's the difference? Because they're great as well. They're considered one of the great 2-on-2s in the game.
Yeah, as they should be. But it's not as much pressure. It's pressure when you battle K Shine and DNA. You know what I'm saying? This is a real battle when you battle K Shine. When you battle K Shine and DNA. When you battle Marlo and Shuffle T, for as great as they are, it feels more like an exhibition.
Okay.
It feels more like win or lose, it doesn't matter. If you lose to DNA and K Shine, people won't let you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest difference. That's the biggest difference. And I think we approached it that way too. But when we battled Shuffle T and Marlo, man, I got sick. I was sick during that battle.
Wow.
Like I was like ill. Like could barely stand up. And it just came out of nowhere too. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I got sick during that battle. Sick as shit. Like cold sweats, all kinds of shit. But the DNA and K Shine one, I was really, really happy with that. Happy with that. And that's where I grew a genuine kind of love, man, for K Shine. I think he gets a bad rap as being a hothead, or he used to get a bad rap as being a hothead. But you know what I'm saying, I understood him. I understand him. He's a really genuine guy. Like both of them are.
Right.
But I genuinely love Shine. That's my man.
Got you. So how was the crowd in London? Like, is it pretty much close to where like the Grind Time King of the Dot crowd was? Like they looking for those type of?
Yeah, they're there to have a good time, not there necessarily to critique and boo.
Okay, which is more pressure? Those crowds, as far as the Grind Time King of the Dot Don't Flop crowds, or the URL crowds when you got all the the hood niggas and shit like that. Like, which one is more pressure to you or harder to work right for?
It's more pressure going into a spot. It's more pressure going into a spot where everybody loves you. Because then you have to meet their expectations. If I'm going into a spot where a nigga don't necessarily fuck with me, and I know I got some shit, it's real easy for me. It's real easy for me to like, oh yeah, by the end of this battle, you gonna love this.
Got you.
You gonna love this. Like that's a driving force. That's how I felt when we battled Chess and Steam. Them niggas didn't want us to win, bro. Them niggas did not want us to win, bro.
Definitely. Let's talk about that because you and Marv. You and Quest, y'all put on.
All I'm saying,
the
bro.
crazy thing is they didn't want that though.
They didn't want that.
They wasn't looking for that. The crowd wasn't looking for that.
No.
They was like, wait a minute, whoa. This is not what we want. Relax. Y'all
hold up.
Boo. We're not supposed to be boo. We need to boo.
Look, let me tell you something. We was the last people called for that card.
Okay.
And we were the first people put on that stage. How dare you? in a fucking how dare you? In a fucking nigga in the fucking genre, nigga, that we spearheaded?
Yes.
And it's the first time you doing this? We the last people you call?
Yes.
Okay.
Quest went off.
Lost his goddamn mind.
Quest went off.
Lost his goddamn mind. All I'm saying.
And it looks so effortlessly like.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Niggas talk about specifically that event. The before the cut, Shumpert, after the shot, Beasley, incredible. That was incredible. Niggas talk about stand on his block, knocked him out, then Millie rocked on the top of him. Incredible. All I'm saying, bro, is when that first 48 you hit, it wasn't a roof on that.
Hold on. That's how it went?
It was not a roof on that bitch, bro.
Yes, it did.
After that fucking Gilbert Arenas bar, niggas, it was not a roof. It was not a roof, nigga. That was the trailer. That bar was the trailer, nigga.
As a battle rapper, how gratifying is it to have a bar hit in a big crowd that primarily, not saying against you, but you know you're gonna have to fight through it? Like, what's the high? What's the dopamine? What's the feeling for that?
I can only imagine it's what the first hit of crack cocaine is like. It's legit, like, it's intoxicating. It's intoxicating, bro. Because you put all the work into it, like you crafted it, you went back through it, you edited it, you rewrote it, then you found out the way you was gonna spit it, you found out the way you was gonna move on stage. When it all just do it, nigga, you gotta stand on stage and wait for them to shut up. Because they like, oh my God.
They was going crazy in there, Marv. They was going crazy.
Shaking that bitch.
Was this a vendetta for y'all? Was it like a thing of like, oh, y'all, like you said, how dare y'all? You and Quest sat down and said, you know what? We gonna fuck these niggas up and get crazy.
And after all this time, that was my man first time on the URL stage. That was my first time back on URL since Cortez.
Wow.
That was my first time back. That was my first time back on URL stage.
Wow.
And it's like, oh,
you got to do better, URL. You got to do better.
Like, oh, okay, we got y'all. I told Q, I said, hey, we down 1-0 going into this battle. Know that. Because they pushing chess. He's the next new nigga. It's in New York. Steam's in the bed over there. They gonna have their people. We gonna be on stage by ourselves. We down 1-0. Them niggas went there and said, we got the weakest niggas on the card. And the crowd went crazy. I said, oh, shit, nigga. Old dogs, new tricks, man.
Old dogs, new tricks. Now, the word, you ain't think I was going to be up here. So, nigga, I know you. We gonna get a lunchbox, nigga.
Well, what
you think we ain't gonna be here this long? This nigga Marv like, this nigga Debo know everything. Shit.
No, I appreciate it.
Listen, the word legend. When you put Marv 1, you gotta put legend on there. 100%. I don't think there's anybody in their right mind would go against that word when it comes to Marv 1.
Nah, it's a lot of people that would. And then, you know, like I find myself having to defend what I think is my status in my career a lot. And I try not to, because you don't want to look like you're trying to convince somebody what your place should be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a couple people who may, what I'm saying, who may not feel that way. And I always hate when people say Detroit legend. I'm not just a legend in my city.
Let's go.
I'm legit a legend in this culture.
Let's go.
And on in my eyes, I'm a legend. I'm a legend in this culture, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I always feel like my personality was more like, look at me, like, hey, give me some credit.
Right.
Then I think I would be a little bit further in the minds of people.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm not, I think it's very easy to overlook. It's very easy to overlook somebody like me, but you can't overlook. Once I start breaking it down, niggas be like, "Oh yeah, damn, I forgot. Oh yeah, damn, I forgot."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. But yeah, I do. I call myself a legend. I think I'm a legend.
What I could see it in your eyes. You from the town. You from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most murderous capitals in the fucking world.
Unfortunately.
You understand what I'm saying? Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But you one of those guys that maybe you have to press the right button for me to smack the shit out of you type guys. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we haven't seen Marv 1's activity outside of battle rap, so you could be out, you know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Marv, I would not doubt anything that you tell me behind these scenes that you done did this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a nerd, bro. I watch HGTV.
No, listen, knock it off. You could be a nerd, but also be a nigga that'll smack the shit out of somebody for looking the wrong goddamn way. Now, I say all that to say, you're a big guy. You know what I'm saying? You're an imposing looking cat.
No way.
Yes, you are. We're gonna knock it off. Why? Where you could, like you said, this is WWF. This is battle rap shit.
Mm-hmm.
You could have sold us on. Nigga, I'll take that. I'll knock you the foot. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, when I look at you, nothing tells me, oh, this guy's a nerd. Like, you's a hood nigga. We know what a hood nigga look like. You understand? What stops you from using the place where you're from, your size and everything to be as an intimidating figure in battle rap? In other words, play up to a character, if you will.
Because then I'll have to prove it. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is me proving anything outside of being a good rapper is me looking for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like, actual street niggas never really wanted to be street niggas.
Come on, Marv.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop a jewel on us.
Most street niggas would have loved to go to the fucking country club, high school, and not ever have to learn how to sell drugs or rob people or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to play up something that I wish I didn't have to be or that I try to not be. With that being said, I'm not necessarily like, I'm not a pushover. I'm a very logical thinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a character. And I'm cool with not being a character. There are some people who are characters. There are some people who's like, man, if you sold dope, bro, I would take it. But it's just, I'm just not. I think I'm from a different just a different era in time, where like realism is more fucking is more fucking tangible than a character.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what kept you around for all these years.
I think so. I think so
as well.
Yeah, the fact that I feel like I can rap, the fact that I rap at a really high level, the fact, you know what I'm saying, I can control a crowd, I can shake any room. Like I can do all that shit based on my talent, not necessarily like I rest on my talent, not anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe a lot of these battle rappers rest on their character as opposed to their talent?
I don't speculate what any other niggas do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like for me personally, for Marvin, it's much easier just to be me.
Where did you get that name, by the way?
My name is Marvin. I was named after my father. I have my mother's last name, But yeah, my first and middle name is my father's name. And ironically, I have a little brother who's named the exact same thing, but he has my father's name. He's a junior.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually an up and coming battle rapper in the city of Detroit too.
Wow.
Shouts Detroit.
But Marv won. Where'd you
Oh,
pick that name?
man.
Yeah, because you telling me it's a real. But I appreciate that. I appreciate the answer on that. But
I'm stupid. My bad.
that's all
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So when I first started battle rapping in the city, I didn't have a rap name.
Okay.
I was literally just going as like Marv. And one of my OGs, my man Cobb, R.I.P. He called me. He called me one day and said, "Yo, I got your rap name." I said, "Okay, what is it?" He said, "Anytime I ask people who won the battle, the answer is usually, oh, Marv won."
Marv won.
So that's my name. It isn't O-N-E. It isn't. It's M-A-R-V space W-O-N. It's
Got you.
it's actually supposed to be a period after the end.
Got you.
It's a statement. You know what I'm saying? It always bothers me when people be like, Marv won. I'd be like, bro, you would never say somebody won a game. Like, why is it so? You know what I'm saying? It's one.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I got my rap name from my man Cobb. R.I.P.
Transitioning from battle rap to the music world, but a lot of people in battle rap don't know or should know, because there's a lot of people outside. Because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to pick that number. There's a lot of motherfuckers that do know that Marv get busy on those beats.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have a catalog, my friend, a legit catalog. If you go to iTunes, you pull up any music, platform, shit'll come up with your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you prefer better, the music or the battle rapping?
Music, without question.
Okay.
Music, without question. I can take more chances in music. I can be more expressive. I can be more vulnerable, and like sing. And it's just like once you do a battle, all that hard work is over.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily you can't go back out and fucking spit them same bars and fucking like and relive it.
Mm-hmm.
With music, it's all a capsule. I can take what I'm feeling right now,
Mm-hmm.
put it in this capsule, and I can always come back to it and always feel this way. It's more of a payoff.
A lot of people don't know that you're a jack of all trades. You actually do the production as well on a lot of your music.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I had to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came up around some of the greatest producers. Like, I got access to some of the greatest producers, whether it was Dilla or...
I was about to say that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whether my man Mr. Porter from D12, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? My nigga Silent Riot from here, or like... I had to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be a fool if I didn't learn something from all those fucking good people.
Right. So you've been around such legendary people, like you said, Dilla, Proof, Porter, and whatnot. Like, in your mind, so like you said, you love music. Were you just like amazed, stuck in awe, like, yo, I'm really learning some shit here? Like,
no, it wasn't that.
Okay.
It wasn't that. First of all, shouts to Wicked Designs who just threw that money up there. No, my name has never been Marvelous Wonderful. It's never been that. It's literally never been that. That's absolutely. And I hate when people say it, bro, but it's never been my
right.
It's never been my name.
Cause I call you Mr. Wonderful sometimes, so you know.
Yeah, I do that. You know,
they like to make a play on your name. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvelous, like yeah.
That's on some wrestling shit because Paul Orndorff was one of my favorites. So it's like, oh shit, Mr. Wonderful, Marv won.
Got you.
But no, I didn't feel like that. I felt like, yo, why won't these niggas give me no goddamn beat? You know what I'm saying? That's what I felt like. I felt like, man, I'm a good rapper. Why won't they give me beats? I was like, you know what? I'll just do this shit myself. Then it was kind of like some fucking, especially with my man Deny, because that's like my OG.
Deny,
so,
we know Deny. You know what I'm saying? D12.
Yeah. So, yeah. 100 million records in Deny, nigga. So it turned into like some off-brand Mr. Miyagi type shit. Like, oh yeah, you see you fucking when you was wax in the car, and now you got defense. Like that's kind of what it was.
Right.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice what this was. But nah, yeah. But the music is always the first love. The music is always the fucking the focal for sure.
In Detroit, is it most likely like a fend for yourself? Like nigga, we ain't gonna give you everything. You gonna have to put in that work and do what you need to do.
Yeah, and then when you get to the spot where I feel you ready, I got you. For sure. That's what it is. Show me you can get somewhere first.
Right.
That's what it.
Right.
That's what, for sure.
What is your craziest argument you ever had with Royce the 5'9"?
Yo, it's fucking crazy, man. I couldn't even tell you because it's so fucking. Royce is a huge influence on me, like rapping wise.
Shout out to Royce.
Yeah, for sure. Like so much so that people would compare me to him like earlier in my career. But our personalities, like, it's super funny because people are like, oh man, like y'all niggas, like y'all rap alike, y'all talk alike. But like behind closed doors, bro, we definitely have very, very dumbass arguments. It's always about music too, man. We always have like wild ass hot takes.
Was it the Nas argument that we caught you on live one time or something like that?
Was it?
I think so.
Yep.
Y'all was going crazy at each other.
Hey, look, bro, he don't play about Nas, man. That nigga does not play about Nas, man.
Now, is he an older statesman than you, or he's like y'all around the same age bracket? Say it again.
Yeah, Royce is older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, too, I need that story, man. I need that Eminem story. I know you probably told it a gazillion times, but this is the Big Homie Show. We need it stamped and approved here. You know what I'm saying? The detailed form of Marv 1 getting in the DVD, extra footage, you know what I'm saying? When you battled the great Marshall Mathers, Eminem, Young Marv. Go ahead, Marv. Hit me.
Real quick. First of all, everybody on that, all of the extras in those like battle rap scenes were all rappers. They were all rappers from the city. Like we all knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So the days just got like, after a while, it was just like, yo, I'm tired of seeing this nigga. So niggas wasn't hitting their marks, wasn't hitting their cues. So, the director literally was like, hey, we're going to have a competition to get some B-roll footage of people that battled on the way to this championship. Now, there won't be any speaking lines. You'll just be in a little montage. So come ready to rap tomorrow. So they're like, oh, shit, okay. So the next day they came and they had to try out super early. And, I was one of the few people who made the tryouts. Then they cut it down. And I was one of the people who made the next cut. And then by the end, they had 4 people. I was one of the 4 people. So the director, Curtis Hanson, tells us, hey, just go up here and spit a verse. Just go up here and rap. We're getting it for B-roll footage. He has Marshall has laryngitis, or we're trying to save his voice, whatever it was. So he won't be rapping. Cool. The order that they show it in is not the order that it happened. I think I went second. Maybe. I think the first person I went was my man Super MC.
Okay.
Super MC, he's a battle legend here. So he just went off the top.
Right.
What's up? And I think I was next. And I got a pretty good response. You know what I'm saying? It was the verse I spit was one of the verses that I was just going around smoking people with. It was one I knew.
Right.
It was one I knew off the top of it was the one I knew backwards and forwards. So fuck. You getting this, buddy. You're not even my man right now. You the other nigga. So.
Right. And before you say that, did you know him before that? Or you just met him like the first time?
No, I knew. I mean, we had crossed paths, but we weren't cool.
Okay.
So, get a pretty good response from the crowd. And I hear him talking. And he's talking into the mic. but the mic is off. Like they cut the mic off.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look, he like he's cutting on the mic, and I say he's cutting on the mic, and he says, "Oh, I got something for you. I got something." He said, "I got something for you. I got something for your fat ass, Marv." And I literally said, "Damn, I can't have this." And he started rapping, and people was like, "Oh my god," you know what I'm saying? So what I think was super dope. But also shout outs to Diffusion, who was the young lady he battled,
Right.
and my man Wiz, who was the last guy he battled. Super dope. What was super dope is that they took that and used my scene specifically to help sell the DVD, like the fucking the behind the scenes part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing my shit on like Entertainment Tonight and Extra and all these news shows. So they legitimately changed my life with that.
Wow.
I have nothing but the utmost respect and love for everybody in that camp.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't see it as I'm getting smoked by Eminem.
First of all, I didn't get smoked.
Talk your talk, Marv. Let's go.
What are you talking about, nigga? It's me. It's Dad, nigga. Remember when I bought you the Nintendo with the pads? It's Dad.
Shout out to my man Philly Sway, yo. Yeah, man. So when you say change your life, you mean like pretty much it just gave you that awareness and shit. Because you was already somebody around that time anyway. You was like doing your thing.
But I was somebody in very small circles.
Okay.
Then I became somebody in much bigger circles.
Okay.
And I made a lot of fucking money.
Talk your talk, Marv.
Made a lot of fucking money,
Speaking about that, I always ask this question for every battle rapper and shit like that, MC, whatever you want to call yourself at this point in time. Does being Marv 1, is it a lucrative thing to whereas you don't have to say, do you want fries with that, sir?
I'm very, very blessed. I'm very blessed because of decision. There are some days that are super lean, people. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
There are some days that are lean, but because of decisions I've made or because of talents that I've tried to cultivate, I work for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I work for myself. I can't, and I haven't had a real job since 2004. I haven't had a real job since 2004.
I gotta give you this more. Keep going.
Yeah. Like I'm super blessed. I'm also super blessed to have a great support system. And you know what I'm saying? Like I bet on myself every day. Nice. I bet on myself every day. Some days the payout is great.
Right.
Some days it's not.
Right.
But I'm cool with okay, so the thing here is like when I was growing up, like the cool job to have, or the one where it signifies success, was you working at the auto plant.
There you go. I was about to say that, the auto plant in Detroit.
It's like the big three. So we got Chrysler, GM, Ford.
Got you. If
you could get in one of them, you were set for life.
You
know what I'm saying? You get your health, all that shit. You like your health benefits, and they have a good wage.
Right.
So my idea was, if I'm able to make what somebody who works in the plant makes by doing what I love, that's success to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily need it to be over the top. I don't necessarily need to be Jay-Z or Kanye. Like, I had to change my definition of success. And once I did that, things made more sense. You know what I'm saying? It made more sense for me. And I've been very blessed to be able to make a living off of what I deem as a talent.
Okay.
And battling is a very nice, side dish.
Okay. Let's get gangster here, man. Detroit.
Go.
How it's depicted. You got the BMF series right now. You know what I'm saying? You have 8 Mile and whatnot. It gives the sound better Detroit a real grimy feel. Halloween is coming up. That's Devil's Night. You know how Devil's Night is if you're a Detroit, native.
It's Angel's Night now.
It's Angel's Night now. Okay, I didn't know. Good. Okay. Hopefully that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good. You growing up around that time and whatnot, was it just as hard as it looked? Like, is it pause number one? Was it downtrodden, keeping your head above water, temporary layoffs, good times?
mean,
damn.
When I look back on it, yeah. But when you're living in it, no.
Okay.
You learn how to move. It's the same way you would do if you lived in a fucking affluent suburb. Like you would know where to go, where you couldn't go, what to do, what you couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's all it is. Right now, we're in the middle of a good gentrification. So
Okay.
all that shit is done.
Okay. So Detroit is not.
Yeah, Detroit is really.
Detroit is not blue, red, rag, heavy
No.
gangs and stuff like that.
No, that's never been our culture.
Okay.
Our culture has always been blocks or like money crews. You know what I'm saying? It's never been a like an umbrella from somewhere else could come and have a lot of power here.
Okay.
So it's always been like your neighborhood. It's always been the guys you grew up with or the guys you hustling with in a certain area, and can't nobody else come over here and hustle.
Was the BMF thing? Was you privy to that when it was around, when it was starting at the time and stuff in Detroit?
See, I'm from an era that's a little bit older than that. So the era that I knew was the YBI era, the Young Boys Incorporated era.
Okay.
So a lot of BMF really like popped in Atlanta from what I remember, not necessarily here.
Got you.
But
so you was around Series 1, Season 1. That's what you was around. The 50 Boys and all that shit. Okay, got you.
I was around Season 1. Yeah, but it was really YBI. Like those are things.
YBI.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you the link to this documentary to watch. It's actually really dope.
Okay.
Yeah, but Detroit is awesome, bro. It gets bad rap. We're awesome.
Okay.
During the day, we're awesome. At night, you got to kind of go in the crib.
Do what's the in your catalog, in your music catalog? Tell the fans, the people that fuck with you heavy, which ones to look out for. I know like what's your favorites of albums that you release that you want to be like, yo, if you want to hear something, hear this one. This is it.
The general consensus is album I dropped in 2016 called Soundtrack of Autumn.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually where I would send people first. But my personal favorite is a project that I dropped last year called Rabbits Can't Shoot. It's a 7-song EP. It's really fucking good. So those two, I would say look for Soundtrack of Autumn or Rabbits Can't Shoot.
Okay. In this new era of music, there's no physical goods. There's no tapes, CDs. Rarely does vinyl. That's like a privilege to even have vinyl.
I got a box of vinyl right here.
Okay, dope. Can you even show me? Can we see like what you got?
No.
Okay.
Hold up. I think these might be my test presses.
And while we at it, why do you prefer to even want to press vinyl, if you will?
It's for collectors.
Okay.
It's for collectors. You know what I'm saying? These are my test presses, not my actual vinyl.
Okay, cool. Are you pocket watching yourself? Like, are you abreast to SoundScan? Like, I mean, like the streams and stuff like that. Can you in this era? Because counting physical goods is the easy part. Okay, I did 550,000 this week. I did that week. But the streams is so different, and it equates to the dollar differently than it does physical goods. Do you have a clear, concise understanding on how streaming works for you as an artist?
Yeah, I don't do streaming. I don't have my music on DSPs. I run all my music through my website.
Wow. Now, can you explain that, please? And tell us the website, by the way.
The website is iammarv1.com. And simply because we as artists, we see fractions of a penny when it comes to streaming. We legit see fractions of a penny. And so that's cool for an artist with major backing. But if you're an independent artist, you don't see anything off of that.
Come on, Marv.
So for me, it's much easier to get $10, $20 at one time than it is to get $10, $20 off streams. So
it's mostly downloads that you pretty much provide people.
What I'm doing, and I'm doing physicals at shows.
Nice.
That's it.
You're moving the merch like that work.
Yep. I want to funnel everything to me. I want to funnel as much as I can.
Let me ask you a question. That's that should be a proven strategy. But tell me as to why. Because see, like a Drake or whatever, if they go independent and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I guess they're relying on to make millions and stuff like that. But just say like an independent artist such as yourself, that should be able to create a annual income for you every year, just to put out a project and be like, hey, I made $50K off this, I made $100K off this, and whatnot. Like how hard it is to gather a following and actually sell your products via website.
You gotta hustle though. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of hustle mentality though.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of people don't possess that. It's just, you know, they don't want to be hands on from start to finish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I equate it to remember when 50 and Cameron was beefing, and 50 was laughing because he's like, yo, nigga, Jim Jones is on Koch, and Cameron was like, yeah, but he sees
$7 off, yeah, $7, $8 off, yeah.
If he sell $100,000, I mean, if he sell 100,000 records, that's $800,000. Like that goes to him. You just gotta bet on yourself, bro. Like, I'm like, it's much easier. I'm much more willing to live and die by my own decisions than someone else's.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, the streaming thing is cool, but it doesn't work for me because I'm only gonna sell 10, 20,000 units. You know what I'm saying?
And you might as well do that on downloads alone.
But if I, you know what I'm saying? If I get that, if I pop them off for $20 a pop,
you're winning.
I'm doing all right, man.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Every day is a chicken dinner.
Every day.
Every day is a chicken dinner, man.
Visuals. Like, you know, videos and stuff like that. You rarely do them. Or, you know, I see them, but, you know, it's not as much as, you know, I would probably think you would want to do. Are you looking to do any more visuals and stuff like that?
Yeah. I want to be a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more attainable.
Okay.
I want to be seen a little bit more. Shouts to Quest, shouts to Saga, shouts to my man Big Cannon. We had the Upstairs Boys radio show last year. That shit was really popping.
Facts.
I think we should bring that back, and that was really good. Yeah, man. Like I'm trying to explore more. I'm trying to explore more and more areas of media.
Podcasting is big these days, man. You should be. You and Quest should get back on that, for real.
Yeah. I think we will.
You know, for real. My last question, cause I don't want to hold you on too long, but the Detroit scene, as far as the music, is it drilly? Is it trappy? Did it change over the years? Because I know y'all was heavy on like East Coast type hip hop and shit. Like y'all was in line with us a little bit and whatnot. How did it change? Like, is it?
Yeah, no. Now it's the kids, bro. Like whatever's popping is what the kids doing.
Okay.
And a lot of like, it's crazy now that we have a quote unquote Detroit style sound now. Like, you know, with the Sada Babies and Icewear Vezos.
Salute to them.
Babyface Rays. Like we got Babytron. Like we got a lot of dope niggas here, bro. Even the niggas. Young Rio, fucking RMC Mike. Like we're still trendsetting.
Okay.
It's just what's popular now. You know, they still doing it. Like the older people was making the music I'm making. The younger people was making what's popular. That's always how it's gonna be.
Got you. How did you feel? I gotta revisit this one because I said I was gonna go back to it. The 50 greatest rappers, battle rappers of all time. Marv one, you are definitely one of the people that's on there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Good, bad, or indifferent?
I'm indifferent. I'm always happy to be recognized, but I know that it's not the end all be all.
Okay.
You know, what I mean? I know that it's one. I know that it's one person's opinion, and or a couple people's opinion, and I know there's always going to be some discrepancies when it comes to those lists, whether it's from the fans or from the actual rappers. I did want to say that there were 5 names that I felt should have been on that list,
Name them.
and that's not to say that there were 5 names that I thought that should have come off, but there were 5 names who should have been on that list.
Let me hear it.
I think Real Deal should have been on that list. I think that's absolutely insane.
Gotcha.
When you talk about all time, I think B Magic should have been on that list.
Okay.
B Magic was terrifying, bro.
What's crazy is B Magic and Real Deal actually battle each other. Great fucking battle on the URL platform. Fire.
I think Quest should have been on that list, of course.
Got you.
I think Miss Hustle should have been on that list.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
And I also think E Heart should have been on that list.
100%.
Those are the names. Those are the names that I didn't see and was like, this kind of loses some validity.
But being that the person that made that list, according to his probably preference and his experience going through battle rap, whether he went to an event or not, or just seen it via YouTube and stuff like that, all that plays a part. You feel what I'm saying? Because he probably didn't know, and I'm not making an excuse for him, but he probably doesn't know the impact of an E Heart or a Real Deal, so on and so forth and shit, where he wasn't, not say around, but, you have to really, really, see that E Heart changed the game for women's battle rap. Miss Hustle changed the game for women's battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective, but it's in a preference box. It's his opinion, if you will. Because if you get 10 people in the room and tell them do a top 50, you're gonna get different answers all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
So everybody's list is not gonna be the same.
Yeah, so that's why I'll never argue an opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's his. Like, he's entitled to it.
And here's the thing. Everybody's poking at BT, but to keep it 100, he's an independent journalist. So it came from him, not so much as BT. BT said they're going to find a credible person, the most credible person that they can, that's a good journalist that could put that together for them, and they'll just put the list out, and that's how it was from there and shit. Yeah. But I agree with you about the 5 at least. It's a hard question because if people really say, well, if you're gonna put that 5, you gotta take out 5. Who's the other 5 you're gonna take out?
And that's never my thing. My thing is never. I never take anything away from anybody. I just felt that those were names that really should have been considered.
Who in your eyes would be qualified to do a top 50 list?
I mean, I think Jay Black. I think Jay Black would be qualified.
Okay.
But if we're talking all time, it has to be somebody who saw every era, respectfully.
I like that. And know the significance of every era.
You know what I'm saying? Because Swan may not mean anything to somebody who started watching battle rap 5 years ago.
But he could have been the catalyst of changing something in the battle rap, shift in the culture and stuff to get to where we at today. Same thing with Reed Dollars. I seen them trying to make a compelling argument for Reed Dollars. Reed Dollars did a whole lot, not just for the city of Philly. That nigga came to the Bronx and was snapping. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely played a part in helping the culture shift.
I have a different argument about Reed.
Okay.
I think that Reed is by far one of the biggest hip hop stars. Like he's the first YouTube rapper. But Reed wasn't really. We didn't know Reed as a battler. We knew him as a really good. We knew him as the catalyst for YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I say, and I'm not. I think he's done really well in the modern state of battle rap. But I don't know. Like when he was rapping to D Jones and shit. D Jones never got a chance to respond. That's not a battle.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. But I can never take away what he meant to the culture itself. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the first
Mm-hmm.
the first superstar. He was the first superstar like on YouTube for sure.
Mm.
For sure. I just think it's a slippery slope when you talk about when you talk about people in the Philly DVD area. It
Right.
like specifically because then you got to talk about if you add Reed under those conditions, then you got to add Joey Jihad.
Right.
You got to add
NH. You know,
Cheap
Kaboom.
Rock,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
It's
Also, QB. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. You know, QB changed a lot. I know a lot of girls always wanted to be QB and shit. You know what I'm saying? She definitely helped shift the culture in battle rap.
You're always gonna have people that you can argue for.
And that you can argue for.
There's always gonna be people that are omitted, and there's always gonna be somebody on the list that you like.
Crazy. Do you think battle rap should have its own Hall of Fame? Because I was thinking about doing that, a Hall of Fame for battle rappers. Not to retire them, but just to put them in the Hall of Fame.
As long as niggas know I'm first ballot.
Talk your talk, Marv.
When you know what I'm saying? The first time my name go up, I'm going in. That's all that matters to me. Respectfully. I don't even got to be on the first ticket. No, when my name called, when I'm put on the list, I go in.
I'm gonna throw 5 names at you.
Go.
I just want you to tell me what you think about them.
Go.
Random, right? This is a new segment I put in.
Okay.
Young Ill.
Terrifying. Young Ill was terrifying. He was terrifying, bro. He was terrifying. I don't know what really stopped him from reaching the heights of a Holla and Verb, but Young Ill was the nigga that we was probably scared of the most. Honestly.
Nice. Okay. Dumbfounded. Keep it a buck out here, Marv.
Dumb is a star. Dumb is bigger than battle rap. Dumb has always been bigger than battle rap, though. You know what I'm saying? Like when he came back to Battle Conceited, that was a huge fucking deal. That was a huge deal, man. And I don't think he gets mentioned enough with the disasters and Illmax and fucking thesauruses. Dumbfounded was one of them ones, bro. Like legit, he still is. Right now, he could come back and main event anywhere he wanted.
Got you. Farrah Funeral.
That's my little baby, man. We argue. I left a group chat because of Farrah, bro. We was arguing about something. But man, that's my little baby. I'm super proud of her. She's a star too, bro. She's electric. Seeing her live is a lot different, bro. She's electric. I'm super proud. I'm super proud of her being back outside, man. I'm super proud. Okay. Because she can shake up a lot of shit.
Got you. Geechee Gotti.
He's the best. He's the best right now.
Okay.
Geechee, I feel like Geechee is the new Mook and Lux.
Okay.
Like how people of my generation were chasing Lux and Mook, people of this generation chase Geechee Gotti.
Okay.
And he's really fucking consistent too. He's really fucking consistent, man. Geechee smoking shit.
Okay. Last one. You battled this guy actually recently on GTX. Satire, which is one of my favorites, but go ahead.
I'm glad to see him back, bro. He was always one of my favorites. I think he didn't have any ring rust. After 12 years being able to step back into the culture and give an incredible performance. I hope it's not his last battle. I hope to see him some more. But you know, I'm very biased when it comes to my friends. So I'm super happy for Sat. And he did really well.
Dope. Damn, Marv, I'm trying to think about 1 or 2 more things before I go and shit because
it's over, Debo.
Nah, it's not over. I ain't quitting. I'm still in here fighting.
It's over, Debo.
I'm still here. See my 1, 2 more. You can't duck in her.
It's over.
When are you going dye that beard, man?
I'm not, bro.
Come on, you know the saying, no play for Mr. Gray. I
I know so many niggas who didn't make it to C41, who who didn't get to see their beard get gray. So I wear it.
That's real shit. No, that's real shit. That's real shit. That's real shit.
And it's a badge.
That's real shit. Yo, Marv 1, man, listen. We ran through a good general history, man. You are a legend. You are one of the pillars in battle rap, and I'm not saying it just to be nice. I'm not saying it just to say it because you're a guest on the show. You are a real, genuine, humanitarian human being. You are nobody else but your fucking self. I've never seen Marv 1 not one day be different from Marv 1. You understand what I'm saying? And hopefully...
Can't say that about a lot of niggas, man.
You can't say that about a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And your career hasn't stopped. You're still here. You're still going. Mm-hmm. You're in the current state of battle rap, and people know who Marv 1 is to this motherfucking day. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you, brother. And when I say early in the beginning of the program, when I say I love you, I'm that's real shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can know in my heart of hearts that Marv 1 will give me a real answer when I ask him something, and he'll be truthful and and straightforward and keep it 100 with you. And saying, and everybody needs that type of person in their corner, man. Thank you very much, man. Hold on, Marv. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said it's the same way I feel about you. I'm genuinely humbled. Thank you for taking the time out, my brother. You know whatever you need, man. I'm always a phone call away.
That's what it is, man. Before I go, what's the next step? For your battle rap, you know what I'm saying, career? Like, what's next? Like, I know you got something on the table.
You know what? My next actual battle is November 19th. I'm battling on the Showtime Arena card. I'm battling Omega. I'm battling Omega on the Twerk versus Lou Castro card. They still got tickets for sale. Mm-hmm. I'll drop the link in the chat. And yeah, that's it, man. I got a. Other than that, November 12th, we got the We Go Upstairs card. Mm-hmm. That's the We Go Hard or Upstairs gang all day. Yeah, that's it, man. We chilling. Then I might have something lined up. In December, man. We gonna see.
Any music projects coming up soon?
Currently working on a new project called I'm Fine. Thanks for asking.
I like that.
It's gonna be out real soon, bro.
Okay.
It's gonna be out real soon. This is it. This the one.
This the one?
This the one.
Marv 1, thank you for being on the show. I do appreciate it, man. I will holler at you soon. Oh, Jack Boy said call him, and he wanted to tell you what's up, but he also said give him a call too.
Jack Boy?
Jack Boy, man, yes.
Okay.
All right?
All right, bet.
All right, brother, peace.
Word.
Yo, my man Marv 1, man. I love it, man. Interview was fire. Ain't nothing to say, man. I love to do the interviews. I got another one soon. With that said, I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. God bless y'all. Good night.